Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Hello, do you like New Japan Pro Wrestling? Are you a Shin Nihon freak? If so, check out the Super J-Cast with Joel and Damon on the Voices of Wrestling Podcast Network.
And even if you fucking hate New Japan Pro Wrestling, listen to the Super J-Cast anyway. Not just for our great show reviews, analysis, and pastrami sandwiches, but there's also usually some dick jokes somewhere in the obligatory opening 30 minutes of absolute nonsense we chat about every single week. That's the Super J-Cast for all the best talk about New Japan Pro Wrestling, crisps, and pornography.
Hello there, friends. As the Greatest Wrestler Ever project comes to a close, we thought it would be fun to put out the list that me and Liam put together for our joint collective Greatest Wrestler Ever on Patreon into the main feed for you all to enjoy. So you can check out the actual list, and these are the combined 100 between me and Liam. This was first released on Patreon on April 7th, so please take that into account for any references we might make. And also, I think both me and Liam probably would make changes to this list at this point, which is kind of a fun part of this project, that even in the a little under 2 months since we actually published this on Patreon, I think we'd both probably make some changes here and there, both in terms of the people on the list and the rankings of the people in the list, which is, I think, one of the more fun parts of this project, to actually take some time to sit and evaluate the wrestlers that you appreciate. So check this out. As I said, this is a free Patreon preview. This was published on Patreon on April 7th. If you would like more Patreon content, tnachat.com, patreon.com/kiddingme, where the 2006 TNA draft is available now. The 2006 end of year awards will be available in the next few days, and we'll also be doing the season 1 finale of Lucha Underground Reign Takers all before the Against All Odds 2006 episode of You've Got to Be Kidding Me. So please enjoy. It is Greatest Wrestler Ever season, and we figured, as a special Patreon and maybe main feed treat at some point, we would talk about our joint 100 wrestlers ever.
Yeah, this is official. This is the official ranking. No matter what the actual rankings come out as, this is the one that everyone should look towards.
Yeah. Of the people who are, most informed, who are most well-read when it comes to professional wrestling, who have the broadest scope of knowledge and experience and understanding, I think we really have a definitive point of view.
Yes. So, for those who do not know what it is every 10 years?
I think that's right.
Every 10 years ranking done from the Pro Wrestling Only forums, where they have basically throughout all this time on their forums, they have had places where you can nominate wrestlers that is accompanied with match recommendations and discussion about these wrestlers. They are then nominated and put into the pool. And from that pool, every 10 years or so, they will do a site-wide, but also it has delved out of just the people who are interacting on the forum to a more general polling, and it's probably the most sort of properly thought about list of its kind. I believe I did one in 2016. I don't remember, but I think I did. I did not do the one in 06.
Well, that would be a very interesting list if you submitted one in 06.
But, it's something that a lot of the real heads out there get excited for. Just it does happen it's not a constant occurrence, so it's very interesting. Last time it was won by Nature Boy Ric Flair, who was number 8 in 2006.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
that is actually an interesting thing about these polls, in that like it is as much like a kind of vibe check on people as much as it is like a scientific process. It is as much like, how are we feeling about, like, where are these people in the cultural consciousness right now?
I suspect a big shift in the top 10. Mainly because like I don't think Jerry the King Lawler's cracking top 10 this time.
Yeah.
He still might, it's still like pro wrestling only ball, but I think the general consciousness has shifted.
Because that is the thing. The voter base is pretty wonkish in a complimentary way, but they're the dyed-in-the-wool freaks who like freak shit. So Jerry Lawler's punches will always carry a lot of weight.
Yeah. I will just bust through the top 10 of 2016 for reference. Number 10, Jerry the King Lawler, who in 2006 was ranked 41. Number 9, Toshiki Kawada, who in 2006 was ranked number 2. Number 8, Kenta Kobashi, who in 2006 was ranked number 5. Number 7, Rey Mysterio Jr., who in 2006 was ranked 22. Number 6, Jushin Thunder Liger, who in 2006 was ranked number 4. Number 5, Daniel Bryan, who was an honorable mention in 2006. Number 4, Mitsuharu Misawa, who was number 7 in 2006. Number 3, Stan Hansen, who was number 10 in 2006. And number 2, Terry Funk, who was number 11 in 2006, with, of course, Ric Flair being number 1.
I think most of those add up. And I think you say you'll see a lot of turnover in that top 10. I
do. I think we will.
I think Misawa will drop. I think Misawa's not in vogue anymore. Ray will be fine. He'll be top 10. Liger will be fine. He'll be top 10. Funk will be fine. He'll be top 10. Flair will probably still be top 10, but I don't think he'll win it.
Yeah, I don't think Flair will win it. I don't think Hansen will be top 3. I think the one of this list that you will see jump up will probably Bryan.
Yes, and I think there's a good chance he'd win it.
I think there's also a good chance he will win it. But it doesn't matter, because who we give it to number 1 is really more important.
Yes.
So, for reference, this is just going to be a lot of us naming dudes and then talking about dudes. Dudes is a non-gender specific term in this instance.
Yes.
But we will throw out some trigger warnings in that we are going to talk about wrestlers at some points that maybe we don't have the best understanding of. There will be huge gaps in our knowledge. For one thing, Lucha will probably not get the best, fairest shot here. It's just a matter of what we have seen. I'm sorry about that.
We're
I've only started
ignorant
watching
white
Lucha in the
boys.
last 2 years. But, so just keep that in mind. If you're a huge Lucha head and you're going to be mad about that, maybe this just isn't the thing you should listen to. It also will either be 30 minutes or 7 hours long, and it will either be the worst or the best piece of audio we've ever made. Now, with that said, the format, I think, is I'm going to say a guy, Garrett will say a guy, or vice versa. I don't need to be number 1. And then we will go through that as we debate their spots and such. We'll post the full link to the list at the end. And it will be submitted as well.
Oh, we're submitting this?
I'm submitting this.
As the official You've Got to Be Kidding Me entry?
I think it'll be under my name, but yes.
Oh, good. So you will be the one who will be ridiculed when Chris Sabin is number 1.
He won't be. But anyway, I was thinking for number 1, we count down, we just both say our number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And then we go from there. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Kenny Omega.
Steve Austin.
Oh, well, we've reached an impasse.
I think both perfectly acceptable number 1 picks.
Yeah, I think both are in my top 5 for people I would vote for. I'm okay with putting Steve number 1.
He's fucking stone cold Steve Austin.
He is.
You know what's so rare? That you get, like, the biggest star in the history of the business was also one of the best wrestlers. Like, to actually
especially
get
in that company.
Yeah, especially in that company. To have a dude who's like a work rate freak, who's also the best promo in the world, and is the biggest star in the company, like, I don't think you can get better than Steve Austin. You can, in terms of, like, I would not blame you for putting Kenny Omega first. You could also name, like, 4 other names. But But
I think literally on my like preliminary list, he was my number 5.
it's just fucking, it's Steve Austin. I've been watching a decent amount of Austin lately, and just like, I don't know, seeing his promos in particular, you're like, that dude is fucking magnetic. I'm kind of mad that he's almost been reduced to the catchphrases. Like, people were like, oh, and that's the bottom line, and what, and all that. When, like, the actual content of his promos, they're, like, you see so much Jon Moxley in them when you go back and watch them. It's actually crazy how much Jon Moxley you see in, like, 97 Steve Austin. But he's so real. He's so, like... you see the Attitude Era come in on the back of him, and it makes so much sense. I don't think it would work with any other person in the lead. Like, for as big as a star as The Rock was, or Mick Foley was, and Mick Foley was hugely responsible for making so many of those stars, if you don't have Austin in front of all that, it just doesn't work.
And like, the interesting thing about it too is like, if you talk to like specific people, you'll also be like, it's not even his best work. Like there are like die in the wall, like his WCW Stunning Steve stuff is like his best stuff as well. And it's like, I can't even really fight you on that either. Like, he was obviously a bigger star in the World Wrestling Federation, but like, as far as like a guy that was like bell to bell, he was great everywhere. He developed like some of his best character work in ECW.
And there's like a talking point, like Austin post neck break wasn't the same, and like, I don't even think that's really true. I still think he's awesome bell to bell. He's stylistically a little different. He's less technical. He's and like more brawling, but he's still awesome.
And I think, like, fundamentally, one of the big things that's going to go into, like, how we rate things, especially in, like, our version of this list, is going to be rule of cool. And he is just the coolest.
He is.
And, like, that's unfortunately going to be a major factor, because the things that, like, me and Garrett pop for are like, cool. We like cool shit. You know, I like the fact that if I dressed up as Steve Austin in 2026, I would still be dripped out.
Yep. And I really like that he just got out. Like, 2004.
See, honestly, that's as big of a plus to anyone is someone actually just saying fuck it.
It's like, I'm the biggest
That's
star in the
star
world.
shit.
He will come back for one match against Kevin Owens, a match that was also really good, and that's it. That's just his career.
So we're locking Steve at number 1?
If you're amenable to that.
Yeah, I think so. Then how do we feel about Kenny Omega number 2?
I would be on board with Kenny Omega number 2.
I'm obviously always going to fight for Kenny Omega. To the point where I think and I've said this before to like some screwed up faces and such, I think Kenny Omega is the most underrated greatest wrestler of all time. I feel like maybe it's just to a specific group of people, and the people that like I am most in contact with when talking about things like this, but like is not a name that I feel gets brought up nearly enough when people are sort of discussing GOATs. Or maybe it's just an era that I was from, and like now there's a lot of like younger people who would be more applicable to sort of putting that name up there. But for me, it's always been a mixture of, I think when I see prime Kenny Omega, I don't think I see anyone better. Like when I see him wrestling at his like 100% form, even when his body is failing him at every fucking corner, I still watch him and go, there's no one who has done this better.
Yeah.
Especially for people like, you know, if you are amenable to the New Japan Epic style, I don't think there's anyone who does that better. You know, like it's part of like how he was in, obviously, one of the major factors of that golden era of that boom, having a all-star roster to do it with, and bringing in his own like flair and sort of independent spirit throughout the whole thing.
You know, I think people hold against him that he popularized the style that became kind of annoying. And I think that's stupid. Because he did it better than anybody else did. No one else could match it. Everyone tried to do that style of epic. But as you said, you watch the very peak form of Kenny Omega. As you said, even like crumbling body against Gabe Kidd Kenny Omega. And there's no one who can do that. And everyone tries. That's what makes it more impressive to me. It doesn't like water it down that, you know, the people became bad copies of him. It's like everybody has tried to do what he does, and no one has succeeded on that same level.
Yeah, and like if you want to look at it by like, you know, observer standards that people hold now for like their Hall of Fame, it's like if you're gonna go influence category, like influence doesn't always mean good, you know?
Yes,
just because someone is great at it and there's 100 other people that try to do it, it's still influence at the end of the day.
It is. So
Feel free to throw your next name up.
I mentioned him as we were talking about Steve Austin. He is a man who I would feel pretty strongly about top 10, but you could talk me out of it. Mick Foley.
I would also have him top 10. I think there's names I would put forward before him.
Yeah.
Like I want to counter you like immediately with a Bryan Danielson first.
Yeah, if you would like to slot Danielson straight into 3, I would be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, because like if Kenny wasn't my number 1, it would be Bryan Danielson. And like I am totally like fine with Foley being really high up on the list too, but I think I'm okay with Foley at 4.
Yeah?
He wouldn't be my 4, but I think I'm okay with him at 4.
I just feel like he's fallen into historically underrated, which drives me crazy. Given like he made The Rock, he made Steve Austin, he made The Undertaker, he made Triple H. Like maybe he didn't quite make Austin, but like he made those other 3 guys like on his back. Randy Orton, he helped make. Edge, he helped make. Like all of these guys, Mick Foley gave his entire body to. Vader in WCW. Like Mick Foley, it's that generosity, I think, above all else, that willingness to give all of himself, all of his body to make his peers. And like he did get his own run on top, and he did get like his crowning moment, which is quite nice. But like that defines his legacy.
But you know what's funny? He very easily couldn't have. You know, there is like 99 realities in which he doesn't, and he is the most criminally underrated wrestler of all time.
Like the history of wrestling is different without him, fundamentally.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people who have had very successful careers that they owe to Mick Foley.
Yeah.
One of them's
And
main
it's like,
eventing WrestleMania in 2 weeks.
Yeah. And also it's like the fact that with Foley, it's not like he tapered out in a negative way either. Because like the TNA stuff is sick.
Yeah.
Like, is it maybe the ending you would want for Foley? No. But, like, it's still fucking sick.
And great promos. Like, people underestimate how from Foley's TNA promo work. Like, obviously his 90s promos, the ZCW promos in particular, just unbelievable. You'll go back and watch them now and you're like, oh, nobody's done it like that since. Like, nobody. It's crazy how, like, real they are. And nobody has touched that shit since. And you still watch his TNA stuff, and like you have the in-ring promo with Flair where they're busting themselves open, and it's like, that's wrestling. The literal quote from that promo. There's a bunch of good stuff in that TNA run, even if the matches aren't quite up to what I'd imagine Foley would have wanted them to be. But like as you say, even in 06, he was still good enough to make an edge at WrestleMania. Like that dude was retired for 6 years at that point, and still could like come out to get that level of match out of a guy that needed it off the back of a world title run. Like Edge could have easily kind of fizzled off the back of his first world title run. He could have just fallen back down to being a mid-card guy. I think that match and feud with Foley is one of those things that really helped like cement him in that kind of spot.
And to now talk about the guy that I'm pitching above him.
Yes, it's Bryan Danielson.
I think it's Bryan Danielson. And I think like one of the simplest arguments that you can give to Bryan Danielson, not that you need to, is there is 3 distinct periods in that man's career when you can say one of the greatest runs of all time.
Yep.
Like if you tell me that you think his AEW stuff is one of the greatest runs of all time for American TV, I'm not going to fight you on it. If you want to say that his whole WWE run was the best stuff that company's ever done, I'm not going to fight you on that. And if you say that his best stuff, the ROH run was the best stuff that's ever been done on the independents, I'm not going to fight you on that. You know, it's like, this is a guy that has defined decades of US wrestling at this point. From every single level, and being able to change it every time and do something different every time and adapt to the environments that he's in. And now, of course, bringing his like expertise and bringing his legacy to AEW was just like that firmer, I think, more than like most. I think like the fact that Danielson left and went to AEW was like the final seal of approval on that company.
Yeah, especially for the kind of company AEW is trying to be. Like Bryan Danielson embodies that spirit at its best. So when you actually have the guy who can do the kind of like main event style that you like in theory want AEW to have, it's very good to just get Bryan Danielson there to do it for 3 years.
you want me to throw one out?
Yeah, go for it.
Actually, okay. I was gonna go to my list, but there's one person that I need to get up here quickly as possible. Hiroshi Tanahashi.
That was going to be my next suggestion. Yes, I would honestly,
Yeah.
I would be fine moving Foley a little further down.
Yeah, if you want to do Tanahashi 4, Foley 5, I'm fine with that as well.
Yes.
It's so funny, like when we're doing like the top tier like list of these people, because we're like, all right, let's explain why Hiroshi Tanahashi's good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, especially in like this year, where it's like we have discussed at length, and everyone has discussed at length the legacy of Hiroshi Tanahashi and why he is so important. But like, he is like, it's that simple of a fact. Like, bringing this company on his back, bringing it back, and leading the charge into one of the most impressive like booms of a company, revitalizations of a company that has happened ever. Like maybe like some of like the WWE turnarounds are like, but like as like from a pure like money standpoint, but like, and again, Mexico, not our knowledge base, but like you see what New Japan was to when New Japan got at its peak, and very obviously too, like the end of that golden era, coinciding with the end of Hiroshi Tanahashi's physical peak is a notable factor as well.
I would also make the same case I made for Foley. He made a lot of guys.
He may have made more guys than Foley.
Yeah, made Okada, helped make Naito, helped establish Styles, helped make White, helped make Ibushi. Like, he made a lot of guys.
He was Omega's first heavyweight program against.
Yep.
In New Japan, when people had written him off as like a junior like comedy guy. The first person he beat was Hiroshi Tanahashi.
That means so much to me, that like not only were they good, not only did they have good matches with people, not only were they like top stars in their territory or whatever, they also like helped pass it forward, which not a lot of people do. Like Hulk Hogan never really made a guy like ever.
Yeah,
maybe
he actively sort of went against it, even like did it through gritted teeth.
Yeah, Savage is maybe the only one you can kind of give him. that like he probably helped make Savage. Other than that, not so much. But he's still like a great wrestler and one of the biggest stars of all time. But when you look at somebody who can also make a guy just by wrestling him, not even losing it to him all the time either. Like, he didn't put Okada over that much. He put him over once at the start and then beat him like a drum when it mattered. But just the putting him over and just being in those matches, like that is what helped make Okada on that level. So that always helps a lot to me.
It's arguably like one of the most redeeming factors of a star of that stature's career, because like it'd be very easy for them to just say no. Yeah,
like it's so, you see it so often. Wrestlers protect their spot. Wrestlers are selfish. They want to like leech their own run on top for as long as possible. What they don't realize is that if you make an Okada, you get another 5 years on top running matches against Okada. That's what people don't realize. It's like, yes, it is giving. It is also slightly selfish because it works out quite well for you. That like you can, if you establish yourself as the generational rival of the next guy up, that gets you another like 3 or 4 years of big matches on top. It's really good for you to make the next guy.
And furthermore, it has it like forever links your legacies together. So when that guy is the top guy for the next 10 years, like when they talk about him, they're gonna talk about you.
Yep.
So like, it's sort of a bigger understanding of like understanding how the business works on a completely different level.
Next up, how do we feel about a Rey Mysterio Jr.?
Listen,
you don't like Rey. I forgot you don't like Rey. I forgot you're a disgusting freak.
It's not that I don't like Rey.
Yep.
It's just that like he's not my guy. Like for reference, I made like a top sort of 15 at the start of the day as like when I was thinking about this. I had Rey at 11.
Okay.
Like he's gonna be high on my list regardless. He's one of the most consistent TV workers of all time. Yes. One of the most recognizable wrestling figures of all time. He's just not my guy. There's a couple of names I would have before Rey.
Yeah.
Let me just throw 2 out at you, and then if you want to like say that neither of them are above, we can move on, because the only other 2 that like are in my sort of top 5 vicinity that I want to talk about is Terry Funk and Kenta Kobashi.
Yes.
They're my only 2 that I feel stronger about, like on a visceral level than Rey. But I'm also not like gonna die on that hill.
In that order?
Yeah. You can go either way.
Because I listen, I can't speak to Kobashi. I'm like, again, as the most well-read wrestling fan of all time.
As the most well-read wrestling fan, I cannot speak to Kenta Kobashi.
I haven't watched a lot of 90s Japanese pro wrestling. I'm sorry. Or early 2000s.
You've seen enough, though.
I've
You've seen the big matches. You've seen the Kikuchi tags.
I've seen yes.
You've seen like him and Joe.
Yeah, I watched it when I was like 13 and didn't appreciate it.
But the thing is, like, with those three specific, with Funk, Mysterio, and Kobashi, they all have similar cases for being really great, like, the whole way. Like, they're three guys who are, like, good from the beginning to good to, like, sort of when they wrapped it up, you know?
Yep.
Listen, I'm happy with the order of Funk, Mysterio, and Kobashi.
I'm fine if you would like to flip Mysterio and Kobashi. I agree. Funk is the pro wrestling outlaw, you know? We were talking about this recently. It's
like, funny, like, there's a real theme of, like, independent spirit in our top.
Funk is the guy that, like, embodies the independence of pro wrestling better than anybody else, maybe in the history of pro wrestling. He is just that guy. He's just that outlaw who went from company to company and territory to territory, doing cool, awesome matches, and then, like, disappearing off into the sunset until he was needed again. And then you just watch any of Funk in, like, the late 70s to early 90s in Japan, and you're like, oh, they were going to die for that man. Like, that man was a god in those buildings. Him and Dory, to be fair, not just Terry. But
Dory's someone who I think we will talk about at some point too.
But like Funk, as a man who reinvented himself into the 90s and was really important to helping ECW along, and then even had a little role in the Ring of Honor as well, and 2 matches in TNA, which is very important. Like truly, like the independent pro wrestler in the best sense imaginable.
Yeah. I don't know. It's Terry Funk. It's again a guy that, like, whenever you watch, you just go, this guy is so far above like anyone else. And it's like, again, like in there with guys who are also old timers, and you look at it and Funk just like steals the show.
So that's our order.
But yeah, we can go Funk.
Kenta Kobashi.
Yeah, the thing about, like, Kenta Kobashi, to me, like, he is just sort of like, because listen, I all of the pillars will be on here, but like Kobashi to me was like the guy, the figure. Like, it's funny because, like, he always sort of emotionally or spiritually felt like number 2 to Misawa as like a true ace, but like to me he like embodied it better, and maybe that comes from like Misawa not eating as much shit, but like Kobashi would just eat shit against these guys. Like Steve Williams just dropping him on his head, and Kobashi, like the fire that Kobashi had was just like next level, you know? There's a reason Burning existed. But like, I don't, there's a legacy and there's a passion around Kenta Kobashi, which to me is just like next level. And like another thing, like in comparison to Array, to me, like my favorite kind of match type is the epic, is the guys that like are willing to put everything on the line. They're gonna get beaten down and fire back and go for their big shots. And it's like, that's the reason why, like, and it's not even Ray's fault, because I think Ray could have these matches. He was just in a company for decades that didn't have these kind of matches. So for me, it's like Kobashi sort of embodies that pure like pro wrestling fucking spirit, you know?
Yeah, I get that. I understand.
And like, and the fact that like, again, I can always appreciate as a broken and beaten down old fucking fucker, like still doing this shit and still delivering in these spots, you know, and getting out before it was like too much and fighting through fucking cancer and coming back. Like, what are we fucking doing, man? Having fucking like one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Japanese title run of all time.
Yeah, so
being that guy in 2 companies,
one of which he helped launch.
That's like, I don't know. Everyone's always gonna have their favorite pillar. It's gonna be an endless debate. But like, to me, like that sort of pure emotion embodied is Kenta Kobashi, and that's why I have him ranked so highly.
Yeah.
Like on my like list before, which after like sort of 16 I'll stop talking about, but he was my number 4.
Yeah. Whereas like Ray's case is he had great TV matches all the time.
That's the
for
thing.
30
Ray's
years.
like the complete opposite, but not in a bad way.
It's just pure consistency. Yeah.
Yeah, like on a pure consistent basis, on a working great matches in a company that despises great wrestling is its own entirely different version of what I'm talking about.
Because you just get a guy who will give you a 3 3/4 star match every single week, every week of his life for 30 years.
Yeah.
And like that's legitimate. That's just what he's done, and he's had higher match. But like the level of consistency, you watch a Rey Mysterio 6-minute velocity match against Tajiri, and you're still going 3.5 on that bad boy.
Yeah. If someone told me that Rey Mysterio was the greatest wrestler of all time, I might think they're a bit of a WWE head, but I would accept it.
And like Ray was had that period where like, oh, he's done, he's washed, it's over, and then he magically fixed his knees and got another decade out of it.
Yeah, he injected so much bullshit into his knees.
Yeah, which I respect.
So Kobashi 7, Ray 8.
Yes, I think that's good.
Let me throw out. And I have one that you will go with, I think, but I don't want to save.
Chris Sabin top 10.
There's some names here that like I would throw out, but like it's just not gonna make like I can save them because I just know that like I don't know if you're because you're just gonna like throw your hands and be like, yeah, sure, Tenryu is top 10. Like, what do you mean?
Yes,
like,
I will be. That will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I'm willing to save them, and we can talk about Tomohiro Ishii.
Yes. The man who I think at this point is my favorite wrestler of all time. I think he's overtaken AJ as my favorite wrestler of all time for the very same reason we were talking about Ray, except Tom delivered 4.5 star matches every month for 10 years of his life. He has the same consistency, but a higher ceiling as Rey Mysterio, and did it with fucking everybody. Like I've always think about, like I watched him against Juice Robinson in a fucking GAA hall in Ireland, and he once again there just had a 4.5 star match, just in a random GAA hall in Dublin, because he's Tomohiro Ishii and that's what he does. And even at this point in his career, you watch him waddle his way out to the ring. You're like, holy shit, he can barely move. He's falling apart. He's terrible. It's over. Tom Ishii cannot do this anymore. No, 4.5 star match again. Because it's Tomohiro Ishii and that's what he does. He is crumbling. He's falling apart. He gets injured in every third AEW match. But when you need him, he'll still tear the house down against Takeshita in the Dome.
Or it's like, even like, you know, we'd sort of like done it. We'd written him off. He doesn't do G1s anymore. And then like was a part of making the Never 6-man titles one of the highlights of any New Japan B show.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not enough good things can be said about Big Tom.
Yep.
I've done this to myself.
You have. You will get consensus on Tom. You will have to just say yes, Tenryu to me. And I will listen, I'll go with you. I'll trust you. But
I think I'll put Big Tom at 9 because it's the most based pick.
yes.
But I will give Tenryu 10. And it's a thing where it's like, if you started watching... I want to say my one thing about Tom first. The biggest compliment I can give Tom is if I ever am going to show a non-wrestling fan a wrestling match, it will be a Tomohiro Ishii match. Because it's believable, it's true, and it's authentic.
And it is the thing. We talked about this on Raintakers. The man is so charismatic. It's what people don't understand about Tomohiro Ishii. That they're just like, oh, he just does moves. It's like, no, he fucking doesn't. He doesn't. Yeah. He is incredibly charismatic in terms of getting people to rally behind him.
Without saying a fucking word, all physical fucking charisma.
He is like the ultimate underdog. I'm sorry, Ray, who is slightly above him, but he is the actual ultimate underdog in that he brings you into that ring with him every single time.
I'm going to throw Tenryu number 10.
Sure.
If you watch Tenryu matches, you would fall in love specifically. Because like there is a swagger about Tenryu that's like, you kind of feel like he's just this unbeatable... you know what he's kind of like? He's kind of just like, not in wrestling, but in aura and presentation, in how he emits himself to the crowd. He's a lot like just a big-ass Shibata.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, he exudes the energy of being the coolest guy ever, and then matches it up with having like amazing, again, those epic style Japanese matches from the 80s up until fucking killing Okada in like 2014 in his retirement match.
Yeah.
Like, and like, you know, before some of the other people's retirement matches that we talked about, like a contender for greatest retirement match of all time as well. So yeah, Tenryu is like a guy that's like, once you see him, you'll get it.
Someday I'll watch wrestling.
Yeah. When we have time.
I know. We actually watch a lot of wrestling lately.
Yeah, but we're watching sicko deathmatch shit.
And Tokyo Joshi Pro.
That is true. One of the deathmatch people we will be talking about later.
Yes.
Do you have a pick for number 11?
Yeah, I'm scrolling up and down.
How do we feel about the top 10?
I think that's a good top 10. I think that's an interesting top 10. And
There's
a worthy
no, like,
top 10.
glaring sort of, you want someone above someone else.
No, I'm pretty happy with that. And as I'm scrolling down my own list, I don't think there's anybody I would slot in above anybody we have.
I have a name that keeps popping in my head
Yeah.
for number 11, but I don't know if it might be like slightly.
Give it to me.
The name that keeps popping in my head is AJ Styles.
Listen, as the man who was my favorite wrestler until Tom usurped him, I won't deny it.
Is there someone that you think is speaking more?
If you would ask me to name the next wrestler on my list, it would have been AJ Styles. So I'm pretty okay with that.
Yeah, fair. To me, like when I'm seeing him, he's not top 10, but he's almost top 10.
He is. Another guy, like, utter consistency, barely ever injured, did it in multiple companies, became an undeniable star in companies where he maybe shouldn't have. Like, the degree to which WWE came to rely on AJ, even as AJ declined physically, like, I think tells you everything you need to know about AJ as a performer, and that, like, you can just put him in there against anybody. You need 2 big matches against Cody Rhodes. You can get them out of AJ, even in 2024 or whenever those matches were. And then you look at him in his physical prime, and you just watch the way he moves, and he bumps, and he sells, and he emotes, and he gets the shit kicked out of him, and he flies. Yeah, he's my favorite wrestler of all time. Obviously, it's nice to have a TNA representation this high, or at least a guy heavily associated with TNA this high. But then also just had the New Japan run and also the WWE run to put the cherries on top.
I mean, it's also like really fun to think about his career as like a guy that was never sort of associated as like a promo guy, and then like ended up being one of the most like recognizable and better TV promos in WWE.
Yeah.
Like that's just such an interesting, you know, twist to his career.
Especially you go back and watch him in 04, 05, dog shit. So bad.
Yeah.
But anytime he opens his mouth, it's terrible.
Because like there was always that same allegation sort of lobbied towards Bryan Danielson, and I never thought it was fair with Bryan Danielson.
No, he was
just had
super
a different
charismatic.
style of talking. But AJ, it was valid.
Yes, absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
like so bad. And then anytime you need to get heat, he would do slurs. But
Yeah, well, you know,
as a
he's
professional
not the only
wrestler,
person on this list.
that's true. As a professional wrestler, I think like matches against Joe, matches against Angle, matches against Roman Reigns, matches against Tanahashi, matches against Okada. Like you can keep going.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because like I think 15 is a really important cutoff.
Yeah.
It's like who are like the 4 people that I'm like, if they're not in the 15, it physically hurt.
Yeah, I would have one to throw, maybe not a 12, but in these 4 that we're thinking about before 15, like Ricky Steamboat is one that comes up for me. Over Flair, personally. I've always gravitated to him more than Flair. And I think I just love baby faces is a thing I'm learning increasingly.
Just earnest, like true, the good guy doing the good thing.
And people who are just really good at that. It's why I love Yuya at the moment. Like watching people do pure babyface fundamentals really, really, really well is the thing I really gravitate toward. And so like I've always been a Ricky Steamboat guy. Like whenever I watch the Flair matches, I was like, that Ricky Steamboat guy, that guy's really good. And like even when you go as far as the Jericho matches, all the way like years in the future, he's like, that Ricky Steamboat guy, he's old, but he's still really good.
And like anytime he does something like physical, you still see it. You
You
know,
see-
like
yeah,
it's still
yeah.
permeating in his fucking body. You know.
Anytime he has to do a couple arm drags and a couple chops, you're like, that's he's fucking got it, doesn't he?
And also, that's like anytime I go back and I watch like any territory stuff and like he's in it again, it's like how I was talking about with Funk, where you see him wrestle against anyone, and you're just like, wow, that guy's so much far above other people, and he's wrestling like old timers. It's like you see that with like Steamboat too. You're like you watch him wrestle guys that will be on this fucking list, and you're like, wow, Steamboat's so much better than them.
Yeah.
I'll throw out two names. We'll give Steamboat, and you think of one more, and we'll work
I
out
have one
that
more.
four in that order.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like me to name
What's
my other
your
one?
yeah?
Mystico.
Mystico was my 15 on my list.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fucking Mystico.
Especially now, especially off the back of the second run. Like
Yeah.
maybe in 2016 you'd be like, well, he had the first run, but then you had the death knell around his neck that is Sin Cara. And like him having this second run to thoroughly put that Sin Cara run in the mud, like that
Yeah.
was not him, and that does not
We're a
define
sucker
him.
for a feel-good fucking story.
Yeah, that comeback story, like I think that's like not that his legacy was like in question because he was the biggest star in Mexico in the 2000s, but like that Sin Cara run sucked, and it sucked so bad that like it did. Like there's the Ricochet quote from a few months ago: WWE ruins wrestlers' legacies, and like I think there's a chance had Mystico not had this second run, we wouldn't talk about Mystico in the same way as we are right now, when he's like undeniably one of the biggest stars in the world, maybe the biggest star in wrestling, breaking back out in the US and having these AEW matches where it's like he's getting his redemption in America, as well as this unbelievable CMLL run where like he is now like literally a cultural institution in Mexico City. Like people go to the Cathedral of Professional Wrestling to see Mystico perform. Mystico.
Yeah, he is an institution.
Yeah.
He's on fucking Iron Chef Mexico.
He is.
You know, like he just again, and like when it comes down to it's like there are obviously masks that are more iconic. There are masks that people will recognize quicker. Santos, Mascaras, Ray.
Yeah.
But like there's not many, you know? There's not many that when you see that fucking mask, you're like, holy shit. And again, a guy who's still fucking rocking at like that all-time great level in 2026, who had matches last year that were in contendership for best match of the year, that has started doing it in the US again, and like is getting sort of this, I don't want to say swan song because like I don't know how much longer Mystico's career, it could be going for another fucking decade, but like it's nice that he's getting this true moment, you know. So I will go with the other two people who are in my top 10 that we haven't talked about yet. Oh, we have three. All right, I'm gonna get this one out the way first.
Yes.
Kazuchika Okada.
Fair.
Yeah, man, it's Okada. I'm fine with Okada going a little lower, just because he's in his fucking prime.
There's
he's
more to
still in
run.
his fucking prime. You know, like he's still doing it, and like I think what's obviously there's all the New Japan stuff with it, and like you know being the face of the golden era, being the guy that like had fucking Steve Austin and Jim Ross being like holy shit, you know, as they watch Japanese wrestling. But the fact that he's like the most interesting guy on American TV in 2026 is like such a feather in the cap.
Yeah, especially
Like-
adapting to that style, which some people might criticize the way he has done that. I think he's actually done it pretty well.
I think they did it first, but I think people have come around on it now. And you know, he's had like two of my favorite matches of all time.
Yeah.
Like legitimately in like my top 3. So what the fuck are you gonna do? Now I have to make a real choice about the fourth person I put up here,
Yeah.
because it's between my number 9 and my number 10.
Who are they?
Jushin Thunder Liger and Akira Hokuto.
Interesting.
Akira Hokuto, my pick for greatest women's wrestler of all time.
Yeah.
I think again, if you want to go like rule of cool, she like made aesthetic. I think there is a direct through line, and some people might not like this, but there is a direct through line to how Joshi wrestling is presented now that comes from the impetus of Akira Hokuto. Because her presentation and her willingness to play with theming is something that you see a lot now. And when you watch something from Akira Hokuto, whether it be the Kandori matches, whether it be the Big Egg stuff, whether it just be random fucking tags, you see that like her presentation and her presence is so fucking palpable that like it gets you like the hairs on your arms like sticking up before the bell even rings. And then she's willing to die for this shit.
Yeah.
Then she'll fucking kill herself. She'll break her neck and come right back and do it again. She doesn't give a shit. She'll have like the coolest, bloodiest match of all time with Shintori Kandori, and it's fucking awesome. Like, you know, she'll be getting fucking dropped on her dome, covered in blood in the crowd, and you're like, how, you know? And again, like, broken neck, came back. It's fucking awesome. She is, I think, like, above all else, she's the measuring stick in which I rate every other women's wrestler against.
Which is quite a bar.
Yeah, and I there's only one other woman I would put up there that's close with her, and that's saying something, you know? And also, you know, Jushin Thunder, like.
The measuring stick upon which you measure every junior heavyweight against.
I know!
Alright, so I think Mystico's 12, personally. Would you prefer Okada at 12?
I think I'm happy with Mystico 12.
Okay.
I'm happy with Mystico in 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think I want Hokuto.
Fair enough.
And then Okada.
I'm fine if you'd like to put Steamboat at 16 and Liger at 15.
I'm fine with Liger at 16.
Okay.
Like, because, like, the thing, like, with Liger, too, is, like, again, the measuring stick, he fucking, like, popularized the whole style, made other companies, like, be like, shit, we need juniors. Which is, like, what a fucking, like, boost to give people, you know? I, like, to be like, All Japan's watching fucking New Japan's juniors, like, fuck, we need to get in on that, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, he probably, like, truly one of the, like, best innovators of all time, probably doesn't have, like, the longevity at that top level. He does as a star in popularity, but as far as, like, working at that top level, it's probably a shorter run than one would expect.
He did get downcycled faster than you think.
Yeah.
Because Koji Kanemoto had to win 15 Best of Super Juniors instead.
Well, we'll be talking about him later.
Mm-hmm.
Now we gotta get to 20.
Yeah. You want to throw a name out?
I do. But it's Aja Kong.
Yeah? Listen.
You know, everything I said about Akira Hokuto also applies to Aja Kong. And Aja Kong is still doing this shit now. You know,
Yeah,
like, how crazy is that?
We were watching that Tokyo Joshi Pro show in which Aja Kong did have a match. And, like, I did ask the question, it's like, has a women's wrestler had more matches than Aja Kong in the world ever? And I think the answer might be no.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine who would even be, like, equitable.
Like, I'm not sure. Did Moolah work 15 times a week in the territories? I don't think so. So, like, I don't think anybody has had more professional wrestling matches. Not that this is a quantity list that we're ranking who had the most matches, but as like that kind of legacy in women's wrestling is, like, unheard of. Literally unheard of. No one else has done that.
Yeah. Again, just like one of the staples of the most innovative era in pro wrestling, in the most innovative group of wrestlers of all time, and like one of the top tippy top stars of that.
Is Flair top 20 for us personally?
I'm fine with it. There's going to be someone in the top 20 that I think is going to be very interesting for people to hear from me, but, like, I'm fine with Flair going before then.
Because, like, it's weird in that, like, I intellectually appreciate Ric Flair, but I've never had an emotional attachment to Flair. And it's partially because, like, I grew up with old man Flair as opposed to territory champion Flair. So listen, he was still awesome in, like, 2003 WWE. He was still having great matches even then. But, like, I never had that emotional attachment to him. But, like, I can go back and watch a Flair match, any Flair match, basically, from the 80s and 90s. More the 80s than the 90s, but... and appreciate it for what it was and what Flair was and what he meant to the territories and how good a fucking heel he was. He's probably top 20, but it's like, it's not an emotional choice for me personally.
It is purely like statistical. Like it is the most objective, not subjective.
Yes.
But like like Flair at 18 also like feels fine. You know? So yeah, I'm fine with putting Flair here.
And Steamboat above Flair, as is the correct way in the world.
Of course. So let's talk about a guy.
Yes.
That I'm interested to hear your reaction to me mentioning. Someone who would be in my top 15.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Harashima.
Yes, sure.
Harashima, someone who I consider like a top 5 Japanese wrestler ever, maybe. Like, the perennial, true fucking ace of DDT, carried that company on his back throughout his entire fucking life from like 1999 to now, has always been good, has never ever been bad, has had fucking fantastic matches with basically anyone in any style that you can imagine, has been fucking innovative in every way, has played every role. I have nothing but like great things to say about Harashima.
I'll allow it.
I truly like if it was a list of like just like the 2010s, would probably be like 3 for me.
I don't know. I like interesting picks as well. Hiroshima right next to Ric Flair, as God intended.
Yeah, I listen. I think people who watch Hiroshima know. I think it's like purely a bias of like not knowing. You know, that like he isn't regarded higher.
Yeah.
Like I would pitch him for like Observer Hall of Fame. On the many metrics.
All right, I'm gonna throw a name at you for 20. Walter.
No.
You know?
No.
Has WWE ruined him that much for you?
I don't think even like peak Walter would be like 40 for me.
Maybe it's because like I was in the building for a lot of peak Walter.
That definitely does help.
That dude was different, you know? When you saw that dude eat alive, David Starr, Jordan Devlin. When you saw that in person, you're like, this dude is so undeniable in that role that like he's as good a wrestler as maybe I've ever seen in person.
You know what? I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
Yeah?
And I'm gonna allow Walter because I just put Hiroshima at 19 and you let me do it.
Okay.
Listen, I fucking love him. Has had like my match of the year multiple years.
Yep.
Since like when I first saw him as Big Daddy Walter in Progress, when like I had first learned about like wrestling outside of America and Japan.
Yeah.
Like
it exists.
Guy who immediately stood out to me. Guy who I literally went to my other friends who watch wrestling and were like, you gotta watch this guy.
This Walter, dude. This big fat lad from Austria.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna shut the fuck up and I'm gonna accept it. Like, even though in my heart of hearts, he's probably just cracking top 50.
Yeah.
But like, I will accept it and hope that he leaves the Devil Company one time.
Someday he'll have a good run in a good company. Though honestly, even the fact that he somehow had a good run in WWE again speaks like if you can achieve that, it's the same thing with Bryan Danielson. It's like if you can overcome their biases against you, that you become the man that they choose to retire Goldberg, John Cena, and AJ Styles. Like if you become that guy to them and that company, you're pretty darn good at professional wrestling.
So I'm gonna I have some hitters that I want to top 30 these old people that I want there, you know?
Yep.
But I think the one that is speaking to me right now is, and it's just because like seeing Walter there, I'm like, I gotta get this guy up now. Stan Hansen.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's all the discussion needed. It's Stan Hansen,
yes.
man. He's the coolest, like he may be the coolest wrestler.
I met him once and we had a 2-minute conversation about football.
That's fucking awesome.
Because his child played football in college as well. Seemed like a lovely man.
What team does he support?
We didn't get that deep. I was wearing a soccer jersey and he's like, oh, soccer. Like, yeah,
There's still time.
that's true. I'll go hunt him down.
So the thing about like Hansen, obviously, is like a guy that like criminally underrated by like current wrestlers who like should be watching Stan Hansen and learning from Stan Hansen. A guy who like knew when to eat shit and knew when to kill.
Yeah.
And just a remarkably like amazing projector of his character for how much of a character it was. like you listen to him talk and you're like, fuck yeah, like you're rolling with it on every word, you know? Like whether it be about like how he's gonna fucking lariat Choshu Ricky when he comes back to Japan, he's in Mexico and he's cutting it in the streets of Mexico, fucking dip pouring out of his mouth, like, and you're like, holy shit, man, there is no wrestler like that now.
No, and it's a shame. Like even like the closest thing you get to that is maybe Walter, and Walter doesn't feel like that. Walter is like the stoic killer, not the like wild man will murder you.
Yeah. And like the thing is, like, because obviously when you talk about Hansen, you immediately start thinking about Brody.
Yes.
And like the difference between Hansen and Brody is that Hansen also had great matches and wasn't just that.
Yeah.
Like I love Bruiser Brody. He is all character. He is all aura. He rarely has like fucking great matches. Hansen has like a fucking catalog of fantastic pro wrestling behind him as well.
You got a name? Would you like me to throw out a name?
I got a couple lined up, but you can. I've done the last few.
Keiji Muto, the great Muto.
I mean, yeah. The thing about like Muto is
this is like the interesting block where we're in like the all-time great wrestlers. You know,
Yeah.
When you're just like, oh yeah, Stan Hansen and the great Muta in 21 and 22, of course.
I think the thing that like really stands out to me about Muta and something that I appreciate more and more now is like when I do go back to watch like his stuff in the 90s, I am like always way more impressed than I thought I was going to be by
Yeah.
everything he does. And like he has like that sort of like block in the 2000s to the 2010s where he's like, it's Muta, you know, and he's kind of starting to wear on you despite being like super cool. But like, you know, it was the wrong decision, but he kind of killed it in those GHC matches too, man. Like it was rightfully lambasted as a booking decision for him to just run through everyone. But like, you go back and watch those matches, they're kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I think like old man Muto gets like over-indexed in your brain, so that when you do go back and watch 90s Muto, you're like, holy shit, he moved like that. He really moved like that. There's a reason old man
There's a
Muto...
reason he walks like that now.
Yeah, when you watch him go back, it's like, yeah, he fucking fucked his knees, didn't he?
Yeah. So we currently have one pillar.
Yeah, I think
And one
I think
musketeer.
we're maybe in the just put the rest of the pillars on the list section of this.
Yeah. You want to go Misawa 23, Shinya Hashimoto 24?
Yep.
As that again, like this is everyone's gonna have their own biases of which pillars they like the most, you know. But that's kind of my order for it.
Yeah.
And Musketeers, of course, and then Kawada at 25.
We just have we just have a little pillars block here.
and Musketeers.
Yes.
I'm gonna throw out an interesting one.
Go for it.
Someone that I would like have in my top 25. How are you feeling about Homicide?
Ooh, he is on my list. I might not have him this high, but I kind of like having him this high.
Because like the thing about Homicide to me is he is the pivotal role in the two best Ring of Honor feuds of all time.
Yeah.
Steve Corino and CZW versus ROH. And like both of those are built around Homicide being the guy. And you also have the journey to the ROH title. You have him winning it. You have like him losing it straight away. Like all of these like things. Like that era of ROH when it is like its most like highly touted is Homicide. And I've always said this. If you've ever heard audio from either of us, what is our number one fucking thing that we love in pro wrestling? Authenticity. And that is exactly what Homicide brings.
Yeah, I don't think LAX works without Homicide. Like, Conan's a good promo, and Hernandez is like a cool big guy, but Homicide is the guy that gives them like a real both sense of danger and sense of street cred that makes that act like actually cool.
Yeah, because that could not be cool, but like Homicide is the linchpin of that act. So we're okay with Homicide at 26.
I'm okay with Homicide at 26.
I have someone else,
Yeah.
but I think maybe there's people that
I can throw a name if you'd like.
sure.
Tying to Homicide, Samoa Joe.
Oh yeah,
Samoa Joe.
yeah.
It's Samoa Joe. Like, Samoa Joe is... I think Samoa Joe in 2005 is the best a professional wrestler has ever been. Like, ever.
Yeah.
Like if you're to say, who peaked highest ever as a professional wrestler, I think it's Samoa Joe in 2005. And he that didn't necessarily sustain, and he didn't have the longevity, even if he has the AEW run now to kind of like bookend it. But
That is like we just love a happy thing. You know, the fact that like Samoa Joe in the twilight years of his career as a 2-time world champion in like a major US promotion, TV promotion specifically, is like thank God, you know? Like one for the good guys.
yeah.
But also like, you know, the guy that gave, if you want to talk about giving fucking credibility, the guy that gave TNA credibility.
For sure. If you don't have Joe as like the like Angle AJ is a cool match, and Angle Sting is a cool match, and Angle Abyss is a cool match, but Angle Joe is a dream match.
Yeah.
If you don't have Joe, you don't have that immediate like holy shit Kurt Angle's in TNA moment in the same way you do when he's immediately confronting Samoa Joe. What were the names you were pondering?
I've got a few. I think there's one that is speaking to me now, though. I mean, there's a couple, but there's one that's really sort of speaking to me, and that's Atsushi Onita.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of him even higher. My mind was on Onita and the team.
Yeah.
Just as a guy who, like, pure presence in professional wrestling. A guy, like, with a star power through the nose.
Honestly, I'm okay with bumping Onita to 26.
Yeah, if you'd like. If you'd like to put him ahead of Joe.
Yeah, it feels more correct to me. But if, like, you fundamentally disagree.
No, I'm okay with that. Because, like, as I said, I was when we were in, like, the Mystico, Hokuto, Okada, Liger section, I was also like, should Onita be in here too?
You gotta throw them out there, man!
Yeah, I was thinking about it, though.
What's making me is like, nah, we'll put him down a little more.
Yeah.
And no, I was just saying, like, when I talk about presence, like, the guy that you see, and, like, I think anyone can understand Onita.
Because the crowd are willing to die for him.
Yeah, he's basically pro wrestling's cult leader.
Yeah.
No Kevin Sullivan.
No. Or Bray Wyatt.
But no, sorry, like, please, I cut you off when you're talking about Onita.
Yeah, it's just when you watch him, like, there's so few baby faces that have that connection with the audience that they are living and dying by everything he is doing, and he might die because he's in exploding barbed wire death matches with piranhas every so often. Like, he might actually die. He is putting himself on the line on that level. So you watch the crowd watch his matches, and they are, like, enthralled. Enthralled isn't even the word, because enthralled is suggests like there's a level, a barrier between the performance, which I don't think there is for Onita. Like, they're there. They're with him in that ring in a way you get so infrequently.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you hear it. You can actually just hear it in people's voices. You can see it in their reactions when you're watching those matches. Like there is palpable, true human connection there.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to, like, break it down to, like, pure, like, nuts and bolts, like the aesthetic. This guy fucking coming out ripping ciggies, bandaged up before the fucking match even begins. Like, and being able to play, like you're saying, one of the greatest baby faces of all time, right? Being able to do the complete opposite as, like, this fucking junkie, we don't want him here, like, get him out of our fucking prestigious New Japan Pro Wrestling. Like, being able to be that fucking, like, scumbag too. It's just the fucking, like, the complete opposite sides, and being able to play both of them perfectly. I have one more that's sort of reaching out to me.
Speak on it.
If I talk about greatest wrestler of the 2010s,
Yeah.
there's one name that comes to my mind.
Is it Kevin Steen?
No, it's El Generico.
Oh, he went the other way.
Yeah.
No, WWE fans have turned on him now, though. Have you not heard? They hate him.
I don't care about
It's
that.
so funny they've turned on El Generico.
Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. That's where we both went.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, to me, like, that 2010s era is defined by El Generico into Sami Zayn. It is like the peak. A true, like, world travel, world beater, goes to every country, goes to DDT, has fucking amazing matches, is a top guy there, inspires Konosuke Takeshita to fucking get in the business. Like, and then, obviously, any fucking indie in the US or in Europe, he'll just be there having the best match on the card.
Yep.
And again, old-time baby faces. You want to talk about El Generico.
He's right up there.
And,
No,
that's
WWE
not
fans
even
have turned
talking
on him.
about. That's not even talking about any of his WWE stuff, which is also
Yes.
great. You know,
He single-handedly saved the bloodline. Like,
Yeah.
single-handedly. That was a dead-in-the-water, Jey Uso freaking theater wank fest. And Sami Zayn brought real feeling to that story. And, like, he was
Yeah.
not the beneficiary of it. Cody Rhodes was. But if he was for Sami, there's nothing for Cody to beat in Roman Reigns.
yeah,
I think,
kind of the story.
given they're destined to do this forever, let's put them together. Let's put Steen at 30.
Yeah.
Let's put them
I
together.
mean, listen, Kevin Steen was my favorite wrestler growing up.
Yes.
Being a huge PWG guy and a huge ROH guy of that era, he was the guy that, like, first got me interested in watching ROH. He was the guy that made me get invested, the guy that made me go, ooh, what's PWG? I was like, I want to see this guy. And like the fact that like, obviously like he has the tag stuff. He has the young stuff when he's in PWG and he's awesome. And the CZW stuff. And then he goes into ROH and PWG where he's like the staple guy, the ace of those promotions for a few years. Goes to the WWE and against all fucking odds becomes this huge star there. Has Steve Austin's last fucking match just to fucking stick it in Punk's face. Like, it's fucking insane.
Yep. And also, just it's long forgotten, given he's been in W so long, the best small room wrestler ever. There has never been a better small room wrestler. Him wrestling in front of like 800 people is just amazing.
Yeah. I mean, and a guy who's like been able to adapt and change too. I don't know. It's like he's been a charisma guy. He's been a brawler. He's been a flyer. He's kind of fucking done it all.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I think it's time we address an elephant in the room.
Yeah.
A big CM Punk shaped elephant in the room.
He can be further down.
Okay.
There is a number of names I would put. I don't like Punk. I've never been a Punk guy. Like, and this isn't just like a reaction to recent Punk. In like 2011, I was never a Punk. In like the Straight Edge Society, I was never a Punk guy. In his Big World title run, I was never a Punk guy. I didn't grow up on Ring of Honor, so I didn't watch that in real time. But like I preferred Jomo when they were feuding on ECW. You know, all through CM Punk's career, I was never a Punk guy. So I'm like the wrong guy to ever rate Punk because he's always like a good upper mid card hand in my mind. That's where I rank him.
Well, I will fight for him a little more later on, but like he's top 50.
I'll allow him top 50, but if you're going to be like, would you put Punk here or Kota Ibushi? You get Kota Ibushi on this fucking list.
Okay. I also think a little early for Kota.
You want him or John Moxley? Get John Moxley. You want Kurt Angle over CM Punk? Hell no. Oh, sorry, other way around. Yes, Kurt and Punk.
Shit.
No.
Well, how about Katsuyori Shibata?
Yes, fully on board.
Okay, let's chuck Katsuyori Shibata on there.
Hell yeah, the wrestler, my man.
Again, like, I don't think he's obviously not the wrestler that he was, but like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I still get to see Katsuyori Shibata come out and wrestle, and it goes da-da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I still get that, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah. And also you watch him in his prime and he's coolest. He's the wrestler. He embodies that in every way.
And also, like, the most poetic ending of, like, his run to be in a match where he flew too close to the fucking sun, as pro wrestling's Icarus does.
Yes, he lost his brain.
I think he legitimately, like, is pro wrestling's Icarus.
Yeah, I see it. I see the vision.
But, like, to go back to Ishii, if there's ever a match that, like, I'm going to show someone who isn't into wrestling, it's going to be Ishii and Ishii and Shibata kicking the fuck out of each other in the G1.
Yeah, listen, I have names I can throw out.
I mean, yeah, I've been doing it. You can throw some out.
Mercedes Moné.
Ooh, that's fun. I was going to save her a little bit, but...
Yeah,
I'm totally fine with having her here.
just
like
at the moment, seeing her do that world tour of winning and dropping those belts, it's like, oh, there's just no one doing it like her. Like, that's a level of stardom that you just don't get. Hey, and then you watch her top matches. She like carried that women's division. She has the matches with Sasha. She has the WrestleMania main event with Bianca. Then she leaves.
She was such a good wrestler that she made WWE forget they were sexist for a bit.
Yes, and they've gone back to being sexist since she left. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, and then she has this run where she feels like a star unlike anybody else. Fair play to her, doing it like no one else.
She is, again, my pick for greatest women's wrestler in the US. There'll be the other one that we talk about later.
Yes.
I have two that like I have to keep fighting not to mention, so we might as well mention them.
Yes.
Let's talk about Vader and Sting.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Because like when we were in the big boy block with like Walter and Stan Hansen, it's like, should we make a whole block and just put Vader there too?
The thing is about Vader is I love him.
Yes.
He, again, like in a world where I'm watching like Japanese big men, I'm gonna go to Hansen first. I'm gonna go to Steve Williams first. I'm gonna go to Terry Gordy first. But like the thing that he has that they don't is he was also a giant star in America.
Yes, and had awesome matches too.
Yeah. And like again, like delivered great matches in America at the same time.
Yeah.
He also mogged Will Ospreay that one time.
It
so
was
that's beast.
so funny. Oh, the most worked into a shoot there has ever been.
Nah, I don't think anyone is mad at Vader being in a top 50 greatest wrestlers list. Let's
No.
be real. If you are, I think you're kind of dumb.
Yeah, and same with Sting.
Yeah. Let me tell you, if Sting didn't have the AW run, he would not be up this high for me.
I would respect that. Yeah.
But like, he is so firmly drilled into my conscious now that it's like I kind of hate this comparison because it's like the boring default one. But like, he is now my Undertaker.
Yes.
Like in my head, when I think of like the pro wrestling legend, it's Sting
Yeah.
to me now. And like part of that is growing up like a TNA kid and like seeing him in that role. But like, I don't know, there's something about like Tony Khan just did Sting right, man.
Yeah.
For all of like Tony Khan's problems as a booker, he did Sting correctly.
And I think that's the reason you see like a Chris Jericho be like, where should I retire? Oh, Sting real good over there. A lot of guys not so good over there.
Yeah.
And Sting is like the ultimate vibes pick as well, because like he's probably, in terms of like pure quality of matches or quantity of quality matches, I guess, he's probably a lot lower than like a lot of the names we would have mentioned after him. But he's just he's Sting.
Yeah. I have some we have so many more spaces, so I don't need to feel like I have to bust them out yet, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that I'm fine with being in like the 60 to 100 zone. Would you like a name?
Sure.
Zack Sabre Jr.
You know what's really funny?
Yeah.
The name I was thinking of was Prince Devitt.
That's, yeah.
But like the other thing with like Prince Devitt, I think like the last 10 years haven't been so kind to him. But like, as we have talked about on Reign Takers, it's like, if I have to like pick a like most influential and important wrestler of like the last 20 years, it's probably Prince Devitt.
Yep.
And Zach is very much like on that same wavelength now, because like he was the guy who got me into European wrestling.
Yeah.
He was the guy that made me seek out a Progress.
He was one of the guys that made me seek out Japanese wrestling, because I would watch some of his Noah stuff. I was like, oh, this random English guy in Japan. What's he doing?
Yeah, like Zach and Devitt were both like two of the most like pivotal wrestlers to me growing up. That like broke me out of like the bubble.
Yeah.
I think Zach has better quality work,
I think Zach wins
But,
based on the back half.
but it's like Devitt was so important.
He was.
so important.
But then he disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah. All right. We'll go Zach. Can I be a little crazy?
I was going to be a little crazy, but I'll let you be crazy first.
Well, with establishing, is it crazy if I put Zach above Sting?
I'm okay with that.
Like, I don't think I put him above Vader. But Zach above Sting, like Vader, Sting, Zach, Devitt is a very funny line.
It is, yeah.
So like, I think I'm okay doing that.
Yeah.
And it breaks it up a little bit, you know? You want to be a little crazy?
Roderick Strong.
That was my crazy pick too! Legitimately, that was my next pick.
Yeah. It's fun, like maybe the best wrestler, like, because he came out of a scene in which I think if you were to rate him relative to his peers in 2005, he would be like 15 below, even like probably like a Jay Lethal at the time, like, and below Joe, below Danielson, below Aries, below the Briscoes, like he's like probably 15,
below Jack Evans.
Yeah, and as you see that develop over the 20 years after that, he just steadily rose above all of those guys.
And the thing is about, I am someone who is willing to give a lot of credit to being the best wrestler in a year. And there is no one better in wrestling in 2015 than Roderick.
Yeah.
When he is doing the heel PWG shtick as the world champion, and he's got like all the ROH stuff with the New Japan guys, I truly don't think there's a better wrestler in 2015 than Roderick Strong.
And still to this day.
It's so funny that we both were there, right?
Yeah, you watch that dude on AEW TV and he still pops better than like 67% of the roster.
That's the thing that like it hits for me is I'm like, holy shit. Like every time I count him out, you know?
Yeah.
Like he just fucking comes back and he's still fucking awesome. He might end up being like this generation's Mysterio in that way of consistency.
Yeah, for sure.
One that I keep, like my eyes keep darting to every time I open the sheet that we haven't talked about yet is LA Park. Obviously, like one of the biggest stars in Mexico. In AAA, left AAA, went back to AAA, had fucking gigantic programs with the other Parker, then went to CMLL, told Dr. Wagner to go fuck himself, got fired. Like, drew a shit ton of money teasing a match that'll never happen with Roosh. Every time you see him, and the thing about it too, has like match quality in the Lucha Brawler stuff too, and has match quality in like when he is like more of a character and like is doing like more traditional lucha as well.
Yeah.
And again, also one of the coolest wrestlers of all time. You're okay with LA Park at 38?
Yes, sir.
So I'm gonna look through my list now.
Yeah.
Because I have 3 categories, Mark, of like people who I have put in green as like must be in like top 50.
Yeah.
And then people who are bolded and italicized for people who I am fine with lower, and then like people who are neither. And I still got a few on that list on the first one.
Yeah. So who are the must be in top 50s that you don't have? That we
Oh,
don't have.
let me rattle them off to you, and we'll start talking about them.
Yes.
The Briscoes, the Young Bucks, Daisuke Sekimoto, Go Shiozaki,
Yeah.
Yuji Okabayashi, Bobby Eaton.
Ooh.
I'll leave that one to last. Yoshihiro Takayama,
Yeah.
Akira Taue. We probably can just go now, to be honest.
Yeah, we can throw Taue on the list. He didn't get in a pillar corner. We can throw him in now.
Yeah.
Also,
Which is funny because he's actually my second favorite pillar.
yeah.
But like, it's just when I'm making this list, he's not like where my mind goes. And then my last one, which I'm happy with him being fifth,
Yes.
but Izumaga.
Ooh. Okay. I think we could do a little tag team corner here first with the Briscoes and the Bucks.
Okay, so who's the best tag team of all time?
All right. Mark, then Nick, then Jay, then Matt. That is our ranking.
Yeah, you know what? I'm fine with it.
Yeah. We have split the difference.
The only people splitting up the Jacksons.
Yeah.
So like we talked about it today about how we kind of think Mark has now surpassed Jay.
Yeah.
Just based on like AEW work, because like before the AEW stuff, I would have put Jay ahead. But like Mark's just, unfortunately, he just has more time.
Yeah.
And he's still amazing, and he's still having like some of the best matches on AEW pay-per-views. You know, like.
And then you just get the whole body of work of the Briscoes.
Yeah, and then you get the whole body of work of the Briscoes of like maybe the most authentic tag team of all time.
Yeah.
And then the Young Bucks. What is there to say about the Young Bucks?
They've had a million great professional wrestling matches. Then everyone thought they were washed. Now they're good again.
Yeah. I think the only thing is like the last few years haven't been the most exciting Bucks years, but they're still gonna bust out a great match, you know?
Yeah, but like 2024 was dire for them. Where you're like, oh, they're a negative part of AEW.
I think that is when the Briscoes passed them in my head.
But then like 25 and 26 so far, they're just having good wrestling matches again. So
Yeah, but it's like, you know, the Briscoes having that FTR trilogy as like their last sort of main program. Like, again, because you gotta remember, people thought the Briscoes were washed too. There was a good few years when people were like, they have the psychology and they have the character and they have all that still, but like the in-ring was starting to wane.
Yeah.
And then they had that FTR trilogy and people were like, the Briscoes are fucking back.
And then Mark has been as good as he's ever been.
Yeah. Arguably, as a singles wrestler, this is the best he's ever been.
So from that list you read, is there anybody who you're like, right now, get him on?
Go Shiozaki.
Go for it.
No, there was like a point when like it might have been just before COVID, or like just into COVID when he was having his GHC run, where I was like, move over Kenta Kobashi, I'm seeing the best fucking GHC run, you know? He's just like such a fucking multifaceted, like great pro wrestler. Unfortunately, he has now been bit by sort of the end times bug. But you know, we thought that had happened before and he came back, so I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt, but like, you know, Go Shiozaki really like resonated with me specifically in that run.
Yeah.
I'll repeat them and then you pick what you think out of these guys.
But can I throw a name in first?
Sure.
There is a man whose name has been besmirched in recent years because the normies like him too much. So the cool guys on boards like this for nominating people are like, ooh, he's actually not good. Kurt Angle's fucking awesome. I'm sorry. Everyone's like, oh, he shouldn't have a 5-star match because he's not even that good. Kurt Angle is a great pro wrestler. I'm sick of the Angle slander just because annoying people like him too much. Are you gonna fight me at Kurt Angle at 45?
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's wrestlers I would have far away above Kurt. That it makes it a little hard for me. Because, like, there's people in my second category that I would have over Kurt. Which just makes it a little difficult, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'd have Jun Akiyama over Kurt. I'd have Eddie Guerrero over Kurt.
I wouldn't have Eddie. But also Eddie's another one of those people who people have kind of turned on for being too popular with the normies as well.
Yeah. Like, I'd have Savage over Kurt.
Nah.
Fuck it.
I don't know. It's like, it really annoys me the way people talk about Kurt as if he's this dog shit wrestler that too many like people.
Yeah.
That's like, fuck off. Kurt Angle's great. Go watch some Samoa Joe matches. Go watch some AJ matches. Go watch some Benoit matches. Go watch some Eddie matches. Go watch some Abyss matches. Go watch him carry Ken Anderson to a near 5-star match.
Fine, I won't fight you on it. I'll let Kurt wallow at 45.
But I would also throw June on right after. That's
Yeah,
my
okay.
turn.
The two super rookies.
Yes.
I mean, the fifth pillar. What can you say? To the point where like people, you know, put him over the other four. Like it's fucking Jun Akiyama. Still great.
I
Still
love
fucking
seeing
having
him
great
pop up in
matches.
DDT. He's just like a nice dad. Just there.
Yeah.
Occasionally beating the shit out of the boys.
Yeah, I got no problem with Jun Akiyama there.
All right, back to your list.
So the ones remaining that we still have are Daisuke Sakamoto, Yuji Okabayashi, John Moxley. Might be it.
You had Umaga too.
Oh, Umaga and Bobby Eaton.
Bobby Eaton. I would put Mox next person.
Yeah, I'm fine with Mox at 47.
A guy who has been just such a pillar of consistency in AEW. Like, seeing that guy work every Dynamite and every Collision and have a near 4-star match every time at the moment, it's like, that's the kind of grind I can get behind. Never mind like the Shield matches in which he was like an integral part of. Never mind like all of the first 7 years of AEW in which he's been arguably the best wrestler in the company, or at least top 3. And then like another guy who was like maybe on the way out the door a few years ago, which is bizarre to think about, and then has found this second run and like turned the Death Riders into something that's the best part of AEW TV even still to this day. They're such a great act, and such a great TV act in particular, and like running up the list along with Rey Mysterio and a man we might mention a little further down the line as like one of the better TV wrestlers of all time. Like Mox is really racking up those TV matches.
And the other thing too is his ability to completely switch it when on pay-per-view and to deliver a completely different kind of match from anything that's ever been on American TV wrestling.
Yeah.
Like truly a remarkable feat. I don't think we can go much lower without putting Bobby Eaton on this list.
Sure.
Maybe the best like tag wrestler of all time that isn't in like one of the 2 tag teams we just talked about. When everyone started fucking dying, I watched a shit ton of Midnight Express. And not only was he fucking like awesome in all like the Midnight Express, like just as like a worker, like a really great character. Anytime, like if you're watching like any sort of like WCW from the years he's around, like he's awesome in just everything he does. Like, and like a guy that's like, you know, all of you, obviously he has the Midnight stuff, but you know, teaming with Arn, teaming with Regal, it's just like always fucking awesome in like whatever role he does. And like a guy that was truly like ahead, like people talk about people being ahead of their fucking time. Bobby Eaton is a guy that was ahead of his fucking time.
Yeah. There is a word you use twice in that sentence. Awesome.
Yeah.
Call.
Oh, I thought you were going to say The Miz.
Oh, wait.
He is eligible.
Oh, no. Kong.
Yeah. Do you put Kong above Gale?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Yeah. Again, another wrestler.
Again, like someone who like probably the first wrestler along with Sarah Del Rey, who we'll talk about a little later on, and Gail Kim, who I was like, man, women can be wrestling too?
Yeah, and good at it too.
Because I was like 10.
Yeah.
and all I had ever seen was fucking WWE.
Then you see her back fist the head off Angelina Love and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, no, of course. And like someone who I've gone back and I've seen her as like a rookie now, like seen her in like Japan, and I'm like, she's fucking awesome there.
Yep.
She's also been fucking Hustle, you know?
Yep.
I think 50 is Daisuke Sekimoto.
Yeah.
It's funny because, like, I like Okabayashi more, but, like, Daisuke has just been, like, a staple of my viewership for, like, 13 years.
Yeah.
Like, a guy that, like, not only did I used to get excited about whenever I'd see, like, someone upload a match with, like, him in it, but I still get excited even though I know he's not going to be, like, Daisuke Sekimoto of 10 years ago. A guy that I was, like, always wanting to see in any capacity. Like, it was a guy, like, you hear that there's a new Daisuke out and you go watch the new Daisuke, you know?
Yeah. Like Big Japan's name, especially of those two in particular, but Daisuke especially.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, like when they were not so prevalent, who gives a shit about Big Japan anymore?
Yeah. And, you know, losing Okabayashi, part of that deal too.
Yeah.
We have to put Punk here.
Do we?
Yes.
Do we have to?
Yes.
Or do you want to?
No, we have to put Punk here.
Are you sure? You sure I can't sell
I
you
can't-
on Low-Key?
I can't put Punk any lower than this.
Can I not sell you on Shinsuke Nakamura?
You cannot sell me on Nakamura or Loki if I see on Punk.
Can I sell you on Kenta? Because it would be funny to put him ahead of Punk.
Although it would be very funny, I cannot.
All right. I'll go for Freak Pick to try and to put
Okay,
Punk further
okay.
down. How about El Desperado? Can we throw Despy ahead of Punk? Can we do that?
My favorite junior heavyweight of
Think of the death matches. Think of the cool matches he had.
my favorite trilogy of all time.
Yes, that's better than Punk famously had a trilogy, and it's inferior to the Despy trilogy. So I'm just saying.
I can't. Punk has to be 51.
He hates El Desperado, folks. That's what we're hearing here.
I'm sorry, CM Punk is not going any lower than 51.
Disgraceful.
I'm sorry. El Desperado can be 52.
He's had like 2 good matches in his career.
You can say that. I'm not co-signing that one.
Joe It All In and Cena. And the rest is like 3 3/4 bullshit.
I can't co-sign this.
Got the shit kicked out of him by Teddy Hart. Who does that? Huh? Who does that?
Anyway, El Desperado.
You can go with 52.
Yes. I mean, yeah. Like, I don't know if there is like more matches that I like truly in my heart of hearts love than the Desperado Jun Kasai stuff.
Because like I'm not a big deathmatch guy.
Despite the fact that we've watched many.
Yes, like death matches are a delicacy which I enjoy every so often, but not like if I watch too many death matches, they really do run together for me. Like they lose the impact of being death matches to me very quickly because it's just like, all right, I've seen the same 7 light tube spots. Like the first time I saw them, it's like that's the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life, and then the fourth time you see it, it's like again. Whereas the Despy Kasai matches have like a level of emotion attached to those death matches.
Oh god, can we just put Jun Kasai at 53?
Yeah, go for it. That like elevate them above the standard. You know, let's drop each other in tubes. Isn't that sick? Like they still have that because listen, dropping each other in tubes is sick. But there is like an actual level of feeling to it that really pushes them over the top.
Yeah, like they are they're elevated in a way that I'm not like making the like anything derogatory about other death.
Yeah.
It's the same reason why I love like Funk and Onita. Like there is a level of like elevation to them that just hits, you know.
Yep.
Let's have a look at the list.
Yes.
I mean, he didn't make it in my top 50, but look at Umaga.
Yeah, let's throw him on there. Go for it.
Yay! Yeah, John Cena's best match.
He did. He's above John Cena on this list.
And he's awesome TV wrestler.
Yeah.
And an awesome character. And just like my favorite WWE big man.
Yeah.
I think the only one I'm missing from my green tier is Takayama.
Yeah, you can throw him on.
Yay! Again, just like when you want to talk about fucking really cool wrestlers, like it's Yoshiro Takayama. Like, guy did it, and he did it in like every company because he's so fucking sick that like every company he worked for, they're like, fuck, we have to put the belt on him.
Yeah. Would you like a slam dunk next name?
Sure.
Park.
Yeah.
He's Park.
Yeah, he's Park. He's Park.
Dude,
He goes there.
fucking rocks.
Sorry, it's Park.
It's just Park.
It's Park.
Yeah.
There's two names which I'm shocked you haven't brought up.
Yeah.
The Motor City Machine Guns.
Listen, I'll allow it. I won't say no to them, Sabin or Shelley. But I'm saving some of my weird free TNA picks a little lower. There's someone who I will fight to the death to get on this list, but I'm fine if he's like 73. But yes, Sabin and Shelley, reinvented tag team wrestling. Your favorite tag team's favorite tag team.
Listen.
Sabin or Shelley.
No.
Sabin or Shelley.
See, but you know what my problem is?
Yeah.
Alex Shelley's 57 for me. Chris Sabin's like 75.
That is disgusting. How dare you do that to Chris Sabin?
I'm sorry.
The
You
superior-
weren't even gonna put them here.
I would probably thought of him in like the late 6th.
If I was Shelley here, but Sabin should go lower.
No! Fine, you can put Shelley above Sabin if Sabin goes now.
Fine.
Sabin's another one of those feel-good stories for me as well, though. As a dude who blew out both of his fucking knees, one of them twice. So you're like, well, his career's done. And then you watch him in like, 15, 16, 17 when they're doing that Guns reunion in Ring of Honor. And you're like, I like Chris Sabin a lot, but that's not quite Chris Sabin. And it's like, that's kind of a bummer. And then when he came back to TNA in 2020, it's like, oh, wait a minute. That's Chris Sabin. Where'd he come from? He's back. And he had like great matches with the North, great matches with like ABC, a lot of really good singles matches against like Moose, Jonathan Gresham. They had the Shelley match again. So it's like, there's a really good Frankie Kazarian Chris Sabin match on TNA TV in 2022. So it was so nice to get to see Chris Sabin back on that level again. Because like I kind of put him in the Joe tier as wrestler I really like, but he's not the same anymore. And similar to Joe, he did have this extra run on top. And like I was watching, it was only a minute clip of him wrestling for Axiom on SmackDown, but I was just watching him being like, that dude's 44 years old, has had torn his ACL, MCL, whatever in both knees. And like that dude is still going move for move with guys in their 20s. Like he is, it's amazing how much Sabin can still go with those guys, and it makes me really happy.
I mean, yeah, and like that's kind of like I have a similar vibe with Shelley because I grew up loving this guy, thinking he was the coolest wrestler of all time, and then like he would just disappear in the night, you know, and you wouldn't hear nothing about Alex Shelley. But then he popped back up for a couple of years, and you're like, holy shit, Alex Shelley's done, and then he disappear again. You're like, what the fuck is happening? You know, he's kind of like that sort of ethereal presence in pro wrestling where you're like, he's kind of like a mystery, you know?
Yeah.
Also one of the funniest pro wrestlers of all time.
Yes. One of the few funny pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
And finally got his world title win, which was really nice.
Yes, it was like a healing moment. There's so many balls.
There's a lot left, isn't there?
You throw out some. I feel like I've been dominating this section.
Christian Cage.
Christian Cage was someone I was thinking.
Yeah, he was the other guy I was talking about in terms of like low-key one of the best TV wrestlers of all time. A guy who's just been consistently great on television for years. The better half of his tag team. Again, one of those guys who has this renaissance run. He has the TNA run. He went back to WWE, had those great Randy matches, and was like another beacon of consistency in that company. He did the funniest thing ever where he returned in the Rumble and immediately jumped to AEW, which is the coolest thing anybody has ever done. Then had the two Kenny matches that year, the world title change match, the TNA world title change match in particular, which I think is fantastic. And the Darby matches, like, God, Christian's great.
Also, like, maybe the best character work he's done. Which is, like, for a guy that is good at character work, too.
Yeah.
Let's Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, sure. Like, I threw his name out to try and get Punk further down the list like 20 people ago. But Kota's, one of the biggest success stories in terms of, like, junior to heavyweight. And fair enough, like,
I'm okay with bumping Kota to, like, 54.
Yeah, I'm cool with that as well. If he's above Umaga.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll read this list out start to finish when we're done. Just so
we'll probably go through it, and move some things around once we're done, too, anyway.
No, we've done it perfectly.
But yeah, Kota Ibushi.
Yes, he's a spectacular pro wrestler.
Yeah.
He does, especially for a dude who's big. Like, even before he got beefy big, he was always tall and lanky.
Yeah.
And, like, for a dude to move like that, usually you get a Jack Evans type who's, like, small and agile. But to watch Kota do it, it's like, holy shit, people should be able to do that. And he does it with such grace. And then you get fucking killer Kota as well on top of that.
Yeah. And, like, again, like, a guy who, like, transitioned into doing the New Japan Epic style, like, flawlessly, has, like, had two of my favorite G1 finals of all time, has... like achieved sort of everything that you could expect from one. Is a freak. Is just a total fucking freak of nature.
Yeah.
Like in every aspect too. You gotta sort of appreciate that a little bit as well.
Yes, what a strange, wonderful human being that he is.
I don't want him yet, but I'm gonna put him on the side here because it'll be interesting to think when he starts to slot in. Will Ospreay.
Yeah, he didn't make, because I narrowed it down to 100 of like guys that would be on my list and gals, and Ospreay was on the short list, didn't make the final for me personally.
I'm gonna put him on the side because I think he will be on the list, but I'm just interested to see when he feels right.
When we're finally like, fuck it, put Will Ospreay there.
Yeah.
One of his famous contemporaries,
Marty Scurll. Let's talk about him.
how are we feeling about Ricochet?
Yeah, I'm totally fine with Ricochet at this point. Just like the modern like Liger as far as like innovation.
Yeah,
The guy that like everyone else has stolen everything from.
for sure. Again, another one of those guys where you see him do a double moonsault and you're like, how?
Yeah.
How?
And there's some other guys that like, you know, from that ilk that I will talk when we get sort of like to the 90s to 100s mark. A lot of Dragon Gate guys, a lot of contemporaries in the independent scene as well.
Yeah.
I mean, should we talk about Eddie?
Guerrero?
Yeah.
I have 3 Eddies listed, so I guess Guerrero is one we could mention.
I mean, just as far as like, you know, people you would expect to sort of see
Yeah, and
in the top half of this list that quite haven't made it to the top half of this list.
I am one of those people who is kind of taking it out on Eddie that every WWE Performance Center wrestler says they love Eddie Guerrero. Like, it's annoying how influential he's been. Learn a second professional wrestler, I swear to God. But you watch Eddie and you're like, well, you know what? He is really good at professional wrestling, so...
Let's write down some names. Let me read some names, and you can read some names too.
Yeah.
Of people who you would consider for top 50 that didn't make the cut.
Yes.
So like we won't put Eddie in yet, but I'll put him here first, and then we can pop a couple other names, and then we can sort them.
Yeah.
Because like I also have Chris Hero.
Yes.
If you have any that pop up too.
Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
Io Shirai.
Yeah.
Kenta.
That's Mayu Iwatani.
Kenta.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah. Randy Savage.
Yeah.
I think that's the list of people who I might have thought about for top. There's a couple like Dusty, Dynamite,
What else do I have?
but not super strong in some of those. Like John Cena, Jeff Hardy, or a couple others that maybe.
Shima. Claudio.
Oh, I didn't even have Claudio on short. Fuck.
Bret Hart.
Yeah, he's there for me too. Bret's another one of those guys I don't have an emotional attachment to, though.
Yeah.
Which-
Owen.
Yeah, Owen's a guy that was on my short list too.
I got a few from the old school guys. I'm surprised you haven't tried to fight for The Rock.
He's on my list. He's going to be further down if I'm honest.
Yeah. Steve Williams.
So do any of these names immediately scream? I think Eddie probably. Eddie at 62 makes.
Bull Nakano and Manami Toyo. These are sort of the ones that I'm thinking about. Like these are all people that I could have considered in the fifth.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I think Eddie is the one that screams out here as far as the sort of biggest open. So
there's a name whom, if he had just retired in 2016, I think we would have him maybe top 30. But the decade that has happened since is the same thing that's happened to a number of people. But Shinsuke, like,
yeah, you know, like it's hard. It's hard to measure Shinsuke because of like where he is now.
Yeah, it's the Prince Devitt effect. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but the problem is that I think Devitt has been better in WWE than Shinsuke has.
For sure. But Shinsuke was better in New Japan than Devitt.
Yeah, he had peak tire for sure.
Yeah, because Shinsuke, like similar to what I was saying about Joe earlier, like peak Shinsuke is just like,
yeah,
bow to him. He is a god.
Yeah. I feel like personally, I would fight for Hero above Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Because again, you know, like I value being the best wrestler in the world for a year, which Hero was, and I think Bull Nakano also speaks to, but they're the only two that I have like strong feeling over.
And Hero over Bull.
Yeah.
All right.
Does that work for you?
That works for me.
Chris Hero, Bull Nakano, Shinsuke. If we were rating it on entrances,
yes,
Shinsuke Nakamura would be like number one.
Speaking of rating on entrances, Savage speaks to me now.
Yeah, I'm fine with Savage. He's clearly like one of the best workers of his era.
He's unbelievable when you watch Prime.
It's really crazy because like he does kind of get almost put in a box as like a character.
Yep.
And as a promo, But it's like when Savage like could move, he moved.
Yep.
And and the quintessential like visual of what a pro wrestler should be.
Yeah, like the total. But when you watch Savage on on a talk show, when he's on like whoever the fuck was the Jimmy Kimmel equivalent at the time, when he's on the Arsenio Hall show, you're like that man pops on screen as a professional wrestler on like maybe anybody in that setting, and in a way that he is staying in character in a way that doesn't feel cringe, which is like borderline impossible. Yeah.
Feel like we can't go lower on Brett.
Yeah, I get it. He's just I don't have a connection to him on a personal level, which like.
But then,
really
like whenever you
hurts
watch
me.
him, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, you're like, yes, he is doing this on a technical level above nearly anybody else.
Again, like it's when we're talking about being the best wrestler in a company that hates wrestling. Mm-hmm. Even if that company didn't hate wrestling as much, like he's still so clearly above it all, you know. The one that speaks to me the most here is Steve Williams.
Yeah.
Just because, like, even beyond, like, Savage and Nakamura and Hero, I think, like, peak of Williams is better than these wrestlers. But, like, you don't know him, so it's a little harder.
But I'm okay with that.
But, yeah.
I trust you.
Also, one of the, like, coolest tag teams of all time.
Yeah.
And, like, the coolest tag team wrestling name ever, maybe? Mm-hmm. Between Miracle Violence Connection or... the Holy Demon Army. I think that's like basically it.
Yeah. Kenta?
Kenta's hard, but
again, it's the same Shinsuke thing where you have a back half of the career that's but then you have a front half of the career that's like
Yeah, but like his back half of his career was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But like the front half was so good.
That's the thing. How do you rate that? It's what we talked about with Austin. He just got out. Like there's no sullying the memory. There's no past the prime. There's no hanging on too late. He hit it and he got out. Whereas Kenta, if Kenta was a wrestler that wrestled from 2000 to 2012, you would be like, he'd be in the 30s. And the fact that you have that decade plus after that, you're like, oh, well, there's that bad stuff. That's not even that bad. It's just like, in comparison to Kenta, you're like, ugh.
I don't know if I can put him over Claudio.
Yeah, I get that. Claudio's been more consistent.
The consistency of Claudio is like up there with anyone, you know?
Yeah.
And Claudio has become one of the guys I'm most excited to see on like American TV now. Like when there's a Claudio singles match announced for Dynamite, I'm like, I am tuned in, you know?
Yep.
We can do Kenta 70 though.
I'm okay with Kenta 70.
Who's speaking to you the most?
I'm okay with Shima and Owen not being on this list. Like, I understand the case for Shima, particularly the influence case. But like, if I were to pick Dragon Gate wrestlers on this list, I probably wouldn't pick Shima, if I'm honest.
There's a few that I would have over him as well, just on a personal like favoritism level.
Yeah.
But it is hard to like completely separate yourself from Shima's importance. I'm fine with Arn though. Yeah. I think Arn is perfectly fine here.
Of
Io,
Iwatani, and Toyota, who do you feel strongest about?
I don't want to be the guy who shits on Toyota. Because Toyota's awesome.
Yes, but
I don't think I can like fight in my heart of hearts the idea that I think Io's better.
Yeah.
Like Io was the reason I started watching Joshi. Like in fucking 2015.
Yep.
When I was like, before I even delved into like the 80s or the 90s, Chigusa!
Yeah.
Fuck!
My man has had a revelation.
We haven't put Chigusa on the list.
Yeah. Do you want to stage an intervention?
I forgot to write her down.
That's on you, bro.
Oh no. Oh no.
We have to edit the whole list.
You know what?
Yeah.
There's only one place I think I can feasibly sneak her in, and that you'll let me get away with, and that's if I put her above Punk.
Yes! Anything that gets Punk further down. Into 51 she goes.
Let it be known, I would probably even have her higher.
Yeah.
As maybe like the staple of what makes fucking like Japanese women's wrestling what it is. But like and the thing is too, like you watch her from like even like outside of like All Japan Women's when she's off doing like fucking Gaia or whatever, like she's still so fucking good. And then when you see her like in her like popularity peak in Crush Gals, you're like, holy shit, you know? I remember the first time I watched her and I was like, holy shit, she's Shibata.
Yeah.
Like that was my immediate like comparison point in my head, you know? But yeah, sorry to the everyone else, but I completely forgot about her. Then Io at 73, and then Manami Toyota, because she does have to be there.
Yeah.
But she's just like not my favorite of that era.
And
she's also like kind of responsible for the death of Joshi in her own way.
That's not her fault.
Yeah, no, it wasn't her fault, like particularly, but like the focus is shifting on what a Joshi Pro Wrestling star was because of her. Yeah. And unfortunately, like other people just couldn't be that. So, 75 feels like a big one. We gotta.
All right, we could put John Cena on the list.
He probably should be.
Can I make a pitch for 75?
Sure.
Hangman Adam Page.
I think it's a little high.
You think he's too high?
I think a little high. I think I think he'll be on the list. Mm-hmm. In my head, he's more like 80s.
Yeah.
Can I make a pitch?
Go for it.
And feel free to tell me he's a little high. Sabu.
Yeah, that's cool.
The rule of cool, baby.
Yeah, it's Sabu.
Just fundamentally, like, you know, awestruck style pro wrestler, you know.
So now we have 25 positions left.
Yeah. How do you feel about Eddie Kingston?
He was one of the three Eddies.
How do you feel about him at 76?
I did ultimately. He didn't make my final 100. He was one of my three Eddies, and I did put him onto the like didn't quite make it list. But also, I felt bad about doing that.
I don't mind if he drops a little from 76 though. I think like again 80s I'd be fine with.
Yeah, because we're in the tough zone at this point.
Yeah, because we're gonna start missing people.
We are gonna start missing some people.
Let me read out some names,
Yeah.
and you just tell me if they can wait or if they're up for discussion now. Darby Allin,
A little further down, but he's on my list.
Brody Lee,
Not on my list. I would have to be sold on.
Yamato,
Not on my list.
Doi,
He's on my list. You know I'm a Doi boy. Yoshino's
Doi boy.
Yoshino's a good one too.
I'm fine with them being in like the 9.
Yeah, same.
Andrade,
Maybe not now, if I'm honest. He's another guy who's too in the swing of it, and I think he'll have a too strong a run in the next like 5 years.
Hector Garza,
Ooh, interesting. Wouldn't be on my list, but I kind of like it. But
maybe a little lower.
maybe a little lower.
I think that's Doug Williams.
A guy I thought about, but like,
There's probably still better candidates.
yeah, 100 best wrestlers of all time, and Doug makes that list. I sadly don't think so.
Kurt Hennig.
Kurt's on my list. Kurt's a good 76. I think Kurt.
Yeah, I'm fine with Kurt. Kurt feels right.
Yeah.
Because again, one of those guys that you go back and watch and you're like, holy shit, you know?
And you see all the people who try to emulate him, like Nick Nemeth, the most obvious one, who's like a
There's
direct.
also a candidate.
Yeah. But yeah, just a phenomenal technical wrestler, great heel. Always made his opponents look good.
Let me rattle off some names that I don't necessarily feel strong about,
Yeah.
but I did write down. Pillman.
I've never been a Pillman guy. I appreciate like his early 90s junior stuff, but the character stuff honestly has never done much for me.
See, it's the opposite for me. I would put him on for the character stuff because I was like enamored with that shit
Yeah.
growing up. DDP.
Is on my list. Maybe not here, but when we get down to like 95 to 100, he might be the kind of guy I'm like, yeah, let's sneak DDP in there.
Goldberg.
He was on my short list and didn't make the final list. I get it.
Hulk Hogan.
I think Hogan should be on the list somewhere. And if it's here, I'm kind of okay with that. Because, like, he is a phenomenal worker, but...
He just doesn't. He was like never by any means anything I was interested in. It's really hard for me to put him on a list like this. I would be fine with throwing him in low 90s.
All right, would you like some of my names?
Can I throw one more at you before that?
Yes.
Jeff Jarrett.
Listen, I included him. He's such a complicated...
Be a good contender for 100.
Yeah, honestly, further down. I have such a complicated relationship with Jeff Jarrett. It's so much to unravel in there.
Yeah.
Would you like some of mine?
Yeah, sure. Throw me some.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
When I was driving to my doctor's appointment today, his theme played, and I was going, dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun. You know, like I was getting into that shit, and I just thought about how fucking cool he was. and how everyone that was watching wrestling when wrestling was cool at my school loved Jeff Hardy.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm okay with putting Jeff here.
Yeah. Kerry Von Erich.
I thought about the Von Erich so hard.
Mm-hmm. And then you're like, which Von Erich?
Well, no, I know which one it would
And
be.
you don't want to make a Kevin case?
Because Kerry's just the one in my brain.
Yeah.
He's just so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe a little lower.
Yeah. Kyle O'Reilly. You don't think he makes the list?
I don't think he makes the list for me.
Heartbreak. Let's go our junior aces. How do we feel about Hiromu Takahashi or Kushida?
I feel stronger about Kushida.
So do I.
I think, honestly, Kushida at 78 makes sense for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was a name that I kept looking at and going too early.
Yeah.
But I want him on the list.
Yeah, you want to... I was the same. I was like, I would feel bad if Kushida's not on this.
Yeah. Kushida at 78 works for me.
Mm-hmm. Nigel.
Again, thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe low 80s.
Yeah.
But I don't think yet.
Masato Tanaka.
It's on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe... Oh, but he's been so consistent for so many.
He has.
Yeah, I'm okay with Masato Tanaka at 79.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, a guy that I get excited for, even to this day.
Mm-hmm.
I have a pitch, because this is a guy in my head that I always wanted at 80.
Yeah.
Jack Briscoe.
Tell me on Jack Briscoe.
Jack Briscoe is my favorite guy of that era.
Okay, why?
Watching him and his brother do the heel turn, I forget which territory it was, but against Steamboat and Youngblood. That is like my favorite feud I've ever seen from that era. And because they're just doing a character which I don't know had been done yet.
Yeah.
Where they were like delusional heels, like who are like, we're the good guys, we're the fucking, the stand-up American blue blood, like, all this kind of shit, right? Like red-blooded working class, like, you should be cheering us, we're the wrestling guys, like, we are everything that is good about this sport, And they're like being huge bitch-ass cheating losers in every fucking match, and then they're being like, why are you booing us, guys? Don't you love us? I was NWA World Champion, don't you remember?
Yeah.
And like just them killing dudes and them cheating, and their promos are so good, their character work is so good, and like specifically Jack Briscoe like just stood out to me so much. I love Jack Briscoe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can I have one in return?
Sure. Depends who it is.
James Storm.
I don't think he'd.
I gave you Jack
happy.
Briscoe.
I'm happy with James Storm on the list.
Okay.
I don't think I can put him in the 80s.
Disrespect. Most underrated.
But I'm fine with
wrestler
him
of
on the
all
list. I'm fine with him on the list.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jack Briscoe's better.
Jack Briscoe and his old man slow match beating James Storm.
No, they're not. That's the thing. They're not.
Old man
They're not slow.
headlock.
They're fucking awesome. He's a little bitch ass heel. He's like doing like Danielson ROH shit. It's crazy.
60-minute headlock.
No, they're like 4 minutes. They're fucking studio wrestling.
Do you have anybody that's speaking to you at the moment then?
Rick Rude. Jake Roberts.
I'd favor Rude over Roberts.
Scott Steiner.
Steiner is a guy I've been looking at. he's right there in front of me. He's such a weird guy.
Yeah, I'm fine with Steiner 81.
Yeah, go for it.
Shout outs the guy who voted for him number 1 in 2016.
I honestly go for it. It's Scott Steiner. And also, if you watch him in the 90s, in the early 90s, it's like, oh shit, he invented half of the cool moves in wrestling.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much he invented.
How do we feel about Ricky Dozan?
You can put him on if you want.
He's so cool.
I've never watched a Ricky Dozan match, but
he's got like fucking every single person in Japan watching his matches. How crazy that is.
Yeah.
And any footage I've ever found of Ricky Dozan, he's been awesome in.
Yeah.
But like I'm not seriously pitching him for the 80s.
Yeah.
I have a lot of names still.
Do we like a Yuji Nagata?
I do like a Yuji Nagata.
Do we like him at 82?
Yuji Nagata over a Satoshi Kojima.
Personally, yes, but they were both on my list, and Kojima didn't make the final cut for me personally over Nagata.
I'll put Nagata in. Dynamite Kid.
He's on mine as well. I wouldn't object.
Sure, we can put Dynamite here.
Is this where we sneak Gail in?
Yeah, tell people about Gail Kim. That we haven't already fucking waxed poetically about Gail Kim like many a time already.
Yeah, as like
but even though she's hated now, wait, we have thread it.
Yeah, we turned on her because tweets. But like as a woman who like fought for the credibility of women's professional wrestling on television, more than maybe anybody else, like she fought for that. Not to just be on TV, not just for her to be like a television star, but for women's wrestling to be treated with with credibility and decency, and like as a competitive sport, and not just like, oh, they're eye candy, and also they have 4-minute matches. Like WWE claims credit for it, but like her and Kong changed women's wrestling. Like they pushed it in a different direction, and like it maybe would have gotten there eventually. But you see people cite those matches all the time as well. Like I think the two most influential women's wrestling matches in the modern era are Bayley and Sasha Banks and Gail Kim Awesome Kong. Like those two. And maybe when I have to think about Bayley, by the way, before this list is up.
Bayley was gonna be someone I brought up.
But like women's wrestling.
Sorry, go ahead.
But like her as the foil to Kong, like that babyface Fire is so good. She's so good as the foil to Kong, and good for a long time.
I have 4 more women
Yes.
that I have a full list, but I have 4 more women that like I think I would seriously think about, and that is Bayley,
Yep.
Kana, Athena, and Meiko Satomura.
The one I would push back on is probably Athena, just for the same principle as like a lot of people in the middle of their career, that she just has a ways to go, but she's been awesome for the last few years as well, though.
Yeah.
I think Kana/Asuka and Bayley and Meiko are all probably slam dunks there.
Yeah. I don't know if they need to go yet. I just wanted them on the mind.
Do you want to make a hard sell for Athena, or is it more like a floater out there?
It's more of a floater out there, but I do think, you know what the problem is? It's like, I think she's like a top 3 worker of the last 5 years each year for women.
Yeah.
Especially like on US television. But like, can I put Athena on this list if I'm not putting Toni Storm?
Tony was a name I had to, and honestly,
I don't think
I
I can put Athena on here if I can't put Toni.
And I kind of hold Ring of Honor against Athena. Like, I'm sorry, like it's not her fault at all. Like anytime she wrestles on Dynamite or on pay-per-view, she gets that chance, she rocks. But it's just like she's still Ring of Honor.
All right, let's have a discussion about someone I know you don't want on here.
Who?
William Regal.
No, just no.
He's done some really cool stuff.
He had 6 good 3 3/4 star matches in his entire career.
It's not even true.
We're not rating potential. We're not rating like.
Come on, man.
I'm sorry that you're a good wrestler who didn't have good matches through your career because you were in shitty companies who didn't want to push you. But that's your career. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he had good matches.
He had good matches.
He had great matches. Hero, Claudio, Moxley.
No.
It was worth a shot. I'm sorry, guys. I knew it wasn't happening, but I had to throw it out there.
There's so many wrestlers I would include before him. Like I'm just looking at Naomichi Marufuji's name and being like, hey, William Regal over him?
Sean Waltman.
Maybe.
Yoshihiro Tajiri.
A name that I would be okay putting in right here. Hiroki Goto.
Yeah, he was a contender for a guy I'd put in top 50, so. Especially after these last few years.
Yeah, getting his moment.
Anyone?
Yeah.
It's like, I love the Can-Am Express.
Yeah.
Can I dedicate 2 spots to the Can-Am Express? When I don't have the Rock and Roll Express on here?
Can I throw one for your consideration? Brock Lesnar.
Listen, I've been staring at him for a while. He's just...
It's such a bad vibe.
We can't put Brock before Cena.
Cena, yeah, throw Cena on this list, for the love of God.
Yeah. Keep him in the back of your mind.
Brock Lesnar.
Here's an interesting one.
Yes.
Orange Cassidy.
I did think about him today, and like he's far enough, like he's like 42 or whatever at this point, so he's like he's deep enough into his career that like you have a good feel of what that career is like. I think he's hit the peak, and he's been a fantastic TV worker for the last 10 years, or well 7, however long AEW's I haven't watched the Jakara stuff.
It's great.
Yeah, so I think if you include that, which I can't speak to, if you speak to that, I think I'm fine putting him.
I think low 90s maybe. He's great, but listen, maybe I will, as I look at other contenders, I'll be like, he is a stronger contender.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to wait a little. Like, I don't think we haven't put Kingston on, have we?
We haven't put Eddie on, no.
I think Eddie probably goes before Iron.
Yeah.
Here's an... God damn. Fuck, it's hard.
It is.
Because now we're going to have to... Like, I'm thinking of the people that are going to get left off. You know? Like, Dr. Wagner Jr. is going to get left off.
Yeah.
Negro Casas is going to get left off.
Mm-hmm.
Nakajima.
Yeah.
Dragon Kid.
Mm-hmm. All of Dragon Gate. We probably need some Dragon Gate boys on this list.
Well, I'm the problem is I'm not putting any Dragon Gate guy over Koji Kanemoto. Like, I'm just not. Except maybe Yamato.
Yeah.
Because there's some people I would want on here, but I don't know if you'll vibe.
Yeah, we're toward the end.
Like, I want Shuji Ishikawa on this.
How bad?
Depends what the concession I'll have to make is.
You put James Storm right here, and you can have Ishikawa now.
James Storm. The highest I'll go is 89.
No, you can't have Ishikawa then. Vetoed.
How do we feel about JBL?
No.
You were quick on that one.
I was.
Poland.
No, but it's not a hard no. If
All right,
again,
there's some people, like some legends that we should be talking about that haven't been brought up.
Yes.
Like, we haven't brought up... In fact, Rick Rude is still not on this list.
Yeah, Dusty.
Dusty's not on this list.
Dustin.
Piper isn't on this list. Dustin is not on this list. Mm-hmm. Well, Dustin is going on this list right now. So,
Yeah, okay.
Dustin is going on this list right now.
There we go.
Dustin
is what would happen if William Regal was good.
Fuck you. All right. I think the ones that are glaring to me from the Legends list are
Yes.
Jake Roberts, Roddy Piper, and Rick Rude. I'm Rick Rude on that.
Yeah, I'm strongest yes on Rude.
Yeah.
I would leave Roberts off personally, and I would consider Piper, even though Piper has done so much dog shit.
Yeah.
There's so much dog
Kind of
shit in
what's
Roddy
beast
Piper's
about him,
career.
though.
He's so good, but also there's so much terrible shit that Roddy Piper's done.
89, Bruiser Brody.
Sure.
This is where I'm comfortable putting.
Do we want to take one of our three women here that we have over to the side?
Yeah, let's put Bailey.
Okay.
All right. Final 10. All right, who from Dragon Gate has to be on here?
Well, now James Storm can finally get on this list. We're below 89. Really? Type James Storm's name. Type it. Thank you.
All right. Okay. So we need our GG guys.
We do. I'm a doy boy.
We also have Austin Aries.
Austin Aries is a guy I was thinking about. My third Eddie Edwards.
Yeah, I would consider Eddie as well.
Sheamus.
Yeah.
Jack Evans.
I don't think we can go any further without putting on a Dragon Gate guy.
Yes. Who do you want?
I think we need to just bite the bullet on a Dragon Gate guy right now.
Who do you want?
Well, you know who I want.
You want Yamato?
I do. I will accept.
You could put Yamato. Also, do you want Koji Kanemoto on this list?
We have Shingo.
I've soured so much on Shingo. I'm sorry.
We have Mochizuki. We have Yoshino Doi, Mochizuki. We have Yamato. We have Shima.
I'm fine with Yamato if you want to put him on.
Koji Kanemoto it is. Koji Kanemoto. I'd be happy with Mochizuki or Doi.
I would prefer Doi.
Alright. Naruki Doi.
This is where we have to start circling back as well. To a Darby Allin and to an Adam Page.
To a Will Ospreay.
Listen, sacrifices have to be made.
It's really funny. Ospreay's 100.
What is it, funny or Jarrett?
Someone that I am interested in. I don't know what his case is, but he just retired. Kazusada Higuchi.
Yeah. Is it just because he retired, though?
Yeah, but that brought up... and this isn't the fucking 2025 list, is it? It's the
That's
2026 list.
That's true.
What have we... Okay, do you have any people that you feel really strongly that should be on this list that haven't been mentioned?
I would like Abyss.
Yeah, I'm fine with Abyss.
Thank you.
I'll put him on the side. I'm gonna put him on the side. I'm okay if he doesn't get on there, but Chuck Taylor. I'm fine not having him in, but I want him as an honorable mention at the very least.
We can sneak him in, maybe.
We haven't got Eddie Kingston on yet.
No, I think let's throw Eddie on. We've circled
Now?
back to Eddie a few times. I think
Yeah.
if we don't put him on, we might not put him on at all. So let's just put him in there. Kanosuke Takeshi.
I'm looking at him, but I don't think so. Not yet.
Do
In 2036, it can be like 4.
you have any like weird freak picks yet left?
I'm looking.
Because like
You still haven't 4.
I'm fine. I don't feel strongly enough about The Rock. Like my weirdest freak pick left would be Raven.
I have Matsunaga.
Listen, if it's for one feud, maybe. But
Kensuke Sasaki. Hayabusa.
yeah,
Great Sasuke. Dick Togo.
sure,
You haven't seen Pete Dick Togo. You can't talk.
that's true.
Nigel.
Nigel is on my list.
Bam Bam.
It's a fun one.
Batista.
I would include pat him on the head. Good
Kevin
job.
Nash.
Nash was on my short list too. I was like, should we include Big Kev? Benoit or Jericho.
Biff Busick.
Oh, well. Dean Malenko. Juventud Guerrera.
Yeah, he's on my list too.
Minoru Tanaka.
He's on list too.
Naomichi Marufuji. Saray. Shawn Michaels.
He's on my list. I think Meiko Satomura 95.
Sure. So Asuka's probably not making the cut.
Yeah, I think she's the weak. Abyss 96.
Yeah. I think Asuka's big problem is like Io was like the exact same career path.
Yeah.
And then Io was just like...
And
the bigger
like
star.
her pre-WWE stuff is more well known.
Ted
We have
DiBiase.
4 more spots.
We have 4 more spots. I'm okay with you putting Chuck on if you really want it. Because I think like Chuck means something to you, you know?
Yeah.
You might pick like a freaking Jay White and be like, Jay White's pretty good, but Chuck means something to you.
I'm putting Chuck Taylor 98.
Yeah.
He just feels right at 98.
You know who I kind of would like on? Loki.
Yeah, I'm fine with Loki on. But where?
99.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
So now where do we put...
All right, we have to talk.
Yes.
Is Will Ospreay on this fucking list?
There's no one left on like looking up and down my list that I'm like I'd really like to slip him in, you know? Maybe there is. As I look at Darby and I look at Hangman,
Yeah.
but they're like they have so
Hangman
much in front of them.
97, Will Ospreay 100.
And we're leaving off Jeff Jarrett.
We're leaving off Jeff Jarrett.
Okay, I can live with that.
And we're leaving off Darby.
We have Adam Page, Will Ospreay, just getting in there.
Because like the thing is, I'm not like strong on Will Ospreay, but like I do think he's low end on this list.
Yeah.
All right, now to go through the reworkings.
Yes.
All right, so top 10: Steve Austin number 1, Kenny Omega number 2,
Yeah.
Bryan Danielson number 3,
Yeah.
Hiroshi Tanahashi number 4, Mick Foley number 5, Terry Funk number 6, Kenta Kobashi number 7, Rey Mysterio Jr. number 8, Tomohiro Ishii number 9, and Junichiro Tenryu number 10.
I'm pretty okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine with me. 11, AJ Styles. 12, Mystico. 13, Akira Hokuto. 14, Kazuchika Okada. 15, Ricky Steamboat. 16, Jushin Thunder Liger. 17, Aja Kong. 18, Ric Flair. 19, Harashima. 20, Volta.
So when I look at the list of people in 21 to 30,
Yeah.
do you want them all above Harashima? Or Harashima above them all?
I want Harashima. I don't know if I want Walter above them.
I'm fine. If you want to put Walter between...
I would like to swap Walter and Hansen.
I was going to put him further down, if I'm honest. I was going to put him between Kawada and Onita, is what I was looking at.
Putting who?
Bringing Walter down to whatever the spot between Kawada and Onita is.
Probably, like, this is the section I would rearrange. So, Stan Hansen 20,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes.
Stan Hansen 20, Keiji Muto 21,
Yeah.
Mitsuharu Misawa. Honestly, I think it's Sushi Onita here.
Sure.
And then Shinya, and then Kawada, and then Volta.
And then Walter slides in there. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's swap Joe and Walter, too.
Oh, you want Joe above Volta?
I think I want Joe above Walter. There we go. That feels more right. I'm okay with that.
Fair. I mean, Volta was the one that I thought was too high. But So to reiterate now,
Yes.
11 AJ, 12 Mystico, 13 Akira Hokuto, 14 Kazuchika Okada, 15 Ricky Steamboat, 16 Jushin Thunder Liger, 17 Aja Kong, 18 Ric Flair, 19 Harashima, 20 Stan Hansen, 21 Keiji Muto, 22 Mitsuharu Misawa, 23 Atsushi Onita, 24 Shinya Hashimoto, 25 Toshiaki Kawada, 26 Samoa Joe, 27 Homicide, 28 Walter, 29 El Generico / Sami Zayn, and 30 Kevin Steen.
That looks good to me.
31 to 40. 31 Katsuri Shibata, 32 Mercedes Moné, 33 Vader, 34 Zack Sabre Jr., 35 Sting, 36 Prince Devitt, 37 Roderick Strong, 38 LA Park, 39 Akira Taue, 40 Mark Briscoe.
Fine with that.
I think I want to swap Roddy and Devitt.
I'm also fine with that.
Yeah.
That WWE run, man.
Yeah.
It kills so many people.
41 Nick Jackson, 42 Jay Briscoe, 43 Matt Jackson, 44 Go Shiozaki, 45 Kurt Angle, 46 Jun Akiyama, 47 John Moxley, 48 Bobby Eaton, 49 Awesome Kong, 50 Daisuke Sekimoto.
I might move Mox up. That's my only thought.
I'd have him above Angle, but not above Akiyama.
Well, we'll leave him where he is then.
Yeah. 51 Chigusa Nagayo, making it in last second. 52, CM Punk. 53, El Desperado. 54, Jun Kasai. 55, Kota Ibushi. 56, Umaga. 57, Yoshihiro Takayama. 58, Park. 59, Alex Shelley. 60, Chris Sabin.
Have you considered moving CM Punk down?
No.
Just thought I'd pitch it.
Worth a shot. 61, Christian Cage. 62, Ricochet. 63, Eddie Guerrero. 64, Chris Hero. 65, Bull Nakano. 66, Shinsuke Nakamura. 67, Randy Savage. 68, Bret Hart. 69, Steve Williams. 70, Claudio Castagnoli.
I might move Claudio up to like 67.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, and then everyone down one.
Hell yeah, Bret Hart.
Claudio 67, Bret Hart 69.
It's a big day.
Mm-hmm.
71, Kenta. 72, Arn Anderson. 73, Io Shirai. 74, Manami Toyota. 75, Sabu. 76, Kurt Hennig. 77, Jeff Hardy. 78, Kushida. 79, Masato Tanaka. 80, Jack Briscoe.
Mm-hmm.
81, Scott Steiner. 82, Yuji Nagata. 83, Dynamite Kid. 84, Gail Kim. 85, Hiroki Goto. 86, John Cena. 87, Dustin Rhodes. 88, Rick Rude. 89, Bruiser Brody.
Yeah.
And the last 10. Number 90, Bailey. Number 91, James Storm. Number 92, Koji Kanemoto. Number 93, Naruki Doi. Number 94, Eddie Kingston. Number 95, Mako Satomura. Number 96, Abyss. Number 97, Hangman Page. Number 98, Chuck Taylor. Number 99, Low-Key. 100, Will Ospreay.
It's a perfect list. There's never been a better list.
It is kind of a perfect list. It's kind of a really based list.
I think we did it. I think our definitive authority has created the best list of professional wrestlers.
Yep. And if you have any problems with it, you have to pay us money and then go to Patreon and comment in the comments of this audio if you're listening to it on the free feed.
Well, yeah, it'll be in the feed for free anyway. But yeah, you can't directly reach us unless you go to Patreon and give us money. So you're right that if you want to shout at us, there's no other means on the internet, none, other than the comment section on our Patreon, which you have to subscribe for.
Yeah, I did try to get Punk higher.
I tried to get him lower.
If this was your list, where would he be?
75.
Right under Sabu.
Yeah. Honestly, he'd be low Kurt Hennig. No, he'd be lower now that I look at it. He'd be like Jeff Hardy's higher, Kushida's higher, Masato Tanaka's higher. He might be higher than Jack Briscoe. He's lower than Scott Steiner. He's lower than Nagata. He's lower than Dynamite. He's lower than Gale. He's lower than Goto. He's lower than Cena. He's lower than Dustin. He's lower than Rude. He's lower than Brody. He's lower than Bailey. He's lower than Storm. I might put him in a 92 above Koji Kanemoto. He made the list.
You know what? He made the list, and I got him to a level where I was content at the very least. I was going to try and fight him for the top 50, but my love of Daisuke Sakamoto forced him out.
I tried to push him further with Dear Love of Despy and Jun Kasai.
I couldn't do it, though.
If you like our list, let us know. Let us know where you disagree with us. Let us know, are we crazy to leave somebody out? Where you're like, how dare you leave out Josh Alexander? He should be the
I thought you were going to fight for Josh Alexander.
Josh is on my list. I couldn't bump somebody for Josh, if I'm honest, even though I think he's played a very meaningful role in the last few years of TNA in particular.
I feel like I can't believe Timothy Thatcher didn't make your list.
Yeah, that's true. Mike Bailey.
Tracy Smothers.
And now we're just naming the Cody Rhodes.
Volador Jr.
Honestly, my favorite wrestler that didn't make the list is probably Dean Malenko, but such is life.
Yeah, Yoshihiro Shijiri. Read through every person on this list and make sure there's no one I'm desperately pissed about making it.
I never mentioned
Steve
Ray
Corino.
Ray Phoenix. I think that's the only name that I didn't mention that I wrote down.
Pentagon.
Or Brock didn't make it in the end.
Seth Rollins.
Keno.
Scott Norton.
Shingo.
Sammy Callahan.
You know, it's a very funny name that neither was mentioned at any point in this process until now. Tetsuya Naito.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was gonna... Ricky Choshi's one of my favorite guys.
Yeah.
He didn't get on.
But that is it. If you disagree, agree, let us know. Shout at us. That's part of the fun.
Just
Liam
think
will...
whoever you thought should have been on this list was 101.
Liam will submit this as an official list.
You're saying this like this is a bad list. This is
No,
a good list.
I just think it'll be funny that your name will be on it and there'll be like James Storm there. But that's what's tickling me personally. But I think it's a good list. I think we've done well. But yes, shout at us if you want. We'll be back shortly with the Final Resolution 2007 episode of You've Got to Be Kidding Me, plus it's the accompanying stuff, plus the end of year awards for 2006. That's also
more
fun.
lists.
More lists. Don't we love them? Follow me on Twitter at Garrett Kidney, Liam on Twitter at The Cleat Muda. Subscribe to us on YouTube at You've Got to Be Kidding Me. Buy some t-shirts. We'll have a new AMW shirt for the next episode of the podcast, so that'll be coming out in the merch store shortly. But look forward to that. Thanks for listening, and bye-bye.
List.
Most people don't realize how much their personal information is being bought and sold every day. Data brokers are making billions, pulling details about you from public records and the internet, and then packaging and selling it, usually without your consent. That's how your information lands in the hands of scammers, spammers, even stalkers. It's why you get endless robocalls and why ads seem to follow you everywhere. That's where Aura comes in. Aura actively removes your data from broker sites and keeps it off. They also instantly alert you if your information shows up in a breach or on the dark web. But Aura goes beyond data protection. With one app, you get a VPN, antivirus, password manager, spam call protection, dark web monitoring, and even up to $5 million in identity theft insurance, all backed by 24/7 US-based fraud support. Other companies might sell just credit monitoring or just a VPN. Aura gives you all of it, together, at the same price competitors charge for just one service. Start your free trial today at aura.com/remove. Protect yourself now at aura.com/remove.
Hi, I'm Case Lowe, co-host of the Open the Voice Gate podcast. The one question I'm constantly asked when it comes to Dragon Gate is, how do I get into the promotion? Well, stop asking and start listening to the Open the Voice Gate podcast, released every Wednesday on the Voices of Wrestling podcasting network. For exclusive news and show reviews, look no further than the leader in Dragon Gate coverage, Open the Voice Gate.